Thank you. Jesus.
I wasn't trying to be morbid, I was just
Good evening, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D Live, where my friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition for your entertainment. I'm Aaron, your Galaxy Master for the duration of this adventure. Kayla and Andy are hiding in the background to make sure that our stream runs smoothly. And on my left, I have Lauren playing Tita, the Thrycrean Way of the Iron Lung Monk. Next to her is Mike as Zaxazior, the Vidalcan Divination Wizard.
I don't have enough names in my name.
No,
names.
Switch this way a bit too.
No, you don't want move.
Yeah, just if you could just move like all the way out of frame.
If you could just move.
Then on my right we have Christina playing Plonk, the Verdun Rogue Assassin. And of course Priya as Minerva, the Scourge ASMR Gloomstalker Ranger. And of course, announcements as usual. Stay tuned at the break for our Reserve Inspiration t-shirt giveaway. I'll go over the rules of that when the break comes upon us. We are live every Monday from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Videos hit YouTube on Fridays at 10. And we also have a recap playlist on YouTube, so if you don't want to watch all of our old hours and hours and hours of content, you can catch up and watch us live. So last night, Lauren and I hosted our first Reserve Inspirations Game Corner, where we played Settlers of Catan with Mike and Christina. It was very exciting. Mike ended up as the champion. Clue's up next Sunday, the 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to learn how to play different board games such as Catan and Clue, check it out. Should be a lot of fun. Priya, want to give us a little bit of info about our social media?
Yeah, so on social media, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Tell a friend, give a like, give a follow. Everything helps us out. If you have fan art that you want to send to us, you can send that to reserveinspiration@gmail.com. And once we get enough, we can maybe put together a little fan art video at the break that we can show off. So, yeah, do that if you please. That's it for social media. Today's Space Fact is very, very exciting. It is something that is like just in headlines today, I believe, actually. They may have found signs of life on Venus. Let's talk about this. Yes. So there's so many articles on this. The one that I'm currently reading from is a Popular Science article, and it says, an international team of researchers may have found traces of phosphine, a potential sign of life, on the planet next door. With high confidence, we have detected the phosphine on Venus, which is very unexpected and exciting. And the deal with phosphine is it's a biomarker on Earth. It is produced by life, and it's very, very reactive, so it should disappear fairly shortly unless something else is constantly replenishing it. So they wouldn't expect to see such high volumes of it in the atmosphere unless there was life there. So we might not be alone out here.
Maybe like 6 months from now, we can have a follow-up on this one.
Yeah.
And see if there actually is.
Keep my eye on it.
Very good. So, those of you who have watched all of our content, you know that we usually do some type of Game Reserve bit or infomercial, if you will. And one time we did some impressions and had Kayla and Andy in the back try to guess who we were impersonating. And if the person who had the most correct would be getting what I'm now calling an Edict of the Gods, where you can tell us to re-roll any one roll from the game, the current game. So we're going to try that again today, except all of us have chosen our characters we'd like to impersonate. So hopefully they're a little bit better than last time. So I will start.
Two of them.
Guarantee.
It definitely won't.
So I will start us off.
Mine hopefully will be. Mine was awful.
Get to the game reserve for all of your gaming needs. I'll be back with more money. And
Yogi Bear.
Scooby-Doo.
So, Andy and Kayla, please write down who you think that is.
I'm not supposed to say the right answer. Sorry.
Dang it.
Priya, we're going to start the other end today and have you go next.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Hello, Priya the Human here. Just wanted to say that the game store has many talented dungeon masters who would be happy to puppeteer a game for you. Just come on by.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So write down that answer, and then we'll have Christina jump in.
You're gonna nail
You
this.
got
Yeah,
this. You got this.
The game reserve is so conveniently located, I can see it from my house.
Nice.
Oh, I should have started off with hi.
All right, Mike, what have you got for us?
Oh, man. As I stand before you here today, at the Game Reserve, buying these dice that I hope will be a new hope for the free world.
Oh god.
Yay! Okay. Lauren.
Okay. When I heard that we were going to the game reserve, I was like, hell yeah!
All right, so those are our impersonations. For mine, what do the two of you have?
Alright, I would say we probably both have Arnold.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1
One for
point.
one.
Yes.
Point for each.
How about Priya?
Kermit.
Yes.
Yep, same.
Ooh.
Still tied.
Alright. Christina? It's Christina's?
Yeah. The two of us must be out of the loop, I think.
Oh my god!
I'm going to tell you, she did a great job with that
Yeah, just-
education.
She did.
It is.
So neither of you have anything for that one?
No.
Okay. Mike?
Are you going to tell them who it is?
At the-
At the end. We'll just say at the end.
Alright.
Awesome.
we'll circle back.
How about Mike's?
You take that one.
Barack Obama?
Yes!
That's correct. Did you have that one, Kayla?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh!
Lauren.
I did not mention this yet because I was going to wait until it was a clincher. But I have decided that if you both get it right, and it's a tie, then you will both be able to get an edict of the gods.
Okay.
So, Lawrence, what did the two of you have?
I didn't get it.
Oh. Was it Lois?
For
Yeah.
Family Guy it was. So, Andy, you receive an edict of the gods.
Oh, boy.
Well, 4 out of 5.
You may
Wow.
change the... and now, Christina's was...
Sarah Palin.
Anyone know who that is? No?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh
I
I
get it.
can see it from my house. That
Hi,
was
Yeah.
I'm Sarah Palin. I
do
can see
remember
Russia from my house.
It's so good.
Alright,
so-
she always goes, hi.
I'm actually really disappointed that we didn't get it. Come on.
I mean, and she says it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, so Andy, keep that in mind that you have an edict of the gods that you can, at any point, come over the mic and say, actually, I'd like that dice re-rolled, please.
Yeah, don't worry. I will remember that any of your dice rolls can be re-recorded.
Ooh.
Thanks, Andy.
I was waiting for that one. Alright, so, with all of that out of the way, it is time to give a little bit of a recap as to what happened last time. So, last time, on Reserve Inspirations D&D, after meeting with Madame Fairchild for information on where to locate the mysterious order, the party thanked her and headed to the cave entrance of Nidavellir Market in search of a fire genasi hidden by shadow. Upon entering, Plonk did an initial sweep of the area, unable to locate their target. In disguise, the team then decided a collaboration might be necessary, and they all searched together, which ended up being more beneficial, eventually finding the fire genasi and approaching. Minerva spoke to her and offered a price for the order's services. Being quite low, they almost lost their chance to meet with the leader of the order, but Plonk luckily stepped in and was able to convince the genasi that they had plenty of money and were not trying to insult anyone. A meeting was set and plans were discussed. The party made their way down 2 levels to the 4th level of Nidavellir, the mining sector, and made their way to the meeting point, an abandoned mithril mine. The group navigated the tunnels to the best of their ability until Tita spied a large vein of mithril, seemingly untouched. He began to mine it to bring in some income for the party when a dark purple, bulbous, spider-like humanoid screamed, "Mine!" and attacked. The party fended off the creature, even with limited visibility in the dark. Tita mined the large chunk of the profitable metal, and they continued their way deeper and deeper into the winding tunnels ahead. And that, folks, is where we left off last week. So, you all have just finished mining over here. The bit of,
You all?
well, you can't really see that on the camera.
I mean, I'm
I'm
pretty sure.
But you've made your way to this juncture, and it is up to you what you would like to do. These mines are pitch black. There is the walls are dark black, and there are a little bit like specks of some type of silvery metallic substance throughout. But yeah, cannot see.
I believe I was going first because Minerva cast the
You have
thing
to light on you.
on the rock, and I have the rock.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
All right. So, what would you like to do?
I feel like I should be bringing up the rear.
Bring up the
I agree. So let's switch those two.
Yeah. Zapsa, the weakest squishy guy in the back.
Yeah,
Come on now.
no.
Alright.
I see your plan.
So we're gonna walk.
Yeah, I guess we just keep
Yeah,
going
just
forward.
continue.
Yeah.
In a train, 5 feet at a time. Checking for traps the whole way.
Yeah.
whole way.
Are you're looking, kind of keeping an eye out?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I would-
definitely.
Yeah.
Plonk, you're in the front there. Would you like to make
Yeah.
an investigation check?
Yeah, sure. Does everybody want me to?
Yes.
Can I help her with it somehow? Like,
The two of you can.
I mean, if you fail, that doesn't automatically mean there's
Like that
one
we
there.
die, right? It just means.
Yeah, I know, but I think I'm just gonna take all of them out.
yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't know if they want to roll
Isn't that what we tell you every time?
Yeah.
You know, I forget.
Is it because you can see Russia from your house?
I'm so sorry.
No, she can actually see the game reserve from her house.
See, I know. That's why it was the best.
You have advantage because Minerva's helping.
Oh!
maybe.
Oh, I do have advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Good. So... Investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
18.
I rolled a 17 plus 1.
Nice. Okay. So as you turn this bend and you get the light that is cast on your rock kind of gleams out into this open area, you can, as you kind of turn the corner, you can see that there's some type of barricade blocking this pathway. There is another pathway that continues kind of more to the north. But as you're passing some stalagmites, never remember which is which, on your left-hand side, you can see just the slightest green glow coming from the chamber beyond that. But the way the stalagmites have formed, there isn't really a way that you can crawl through them. You can just kind of barely see a bit of a glow coming from
I
that
don't
area.
like that.
Wow.
I don't know what that is.
Are they so tall?
You can fit through there. Go ahead. Go investigate.
Are they so tall that like I can't like peek through where it's like where they split?
Essentially, there's stalagmites and stalactites,
Oh,
and they
okay,
kind
alright.
of merge
Yeah.
and
Alright.
touch each other. So there isn't really a way for you to like crawl. You can try to peer in there as best you can, but there's definitely not enough room to squeeze through.
Okay.
Tita, can you try to knock a little bit of this out so that we can see what's in there? And what that green glowing is?
I would like to approach and look first before I do that.
Sure. So you kind of push to the front of the group.
The small giant.
Yeah, you can kind of see through the cracks of the
Okay.
separation. It looks like there's a big pool of some type of glowing green liquid.
So, yes to the axe thing.
Yeah, can you try to like just hit it a little bit and make it like a little bigger so that we all can see and like try to decide what we want to do?
Can I just pick her up?
Yeah.
Just
You
shove
want
her
to see?
face
And
in
then I just
between.
pick you up and then hoist you.
No, I want to like maybe go in there. So I don't know if there's another way there or I mean if we can just do it right now, let's just get it over with.
I mean, what does everybody else think?
I don't really see why we need to investigate it, but my only thinking is I have a limited amount of time before I need to cast Disguise Self again.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Let's go.
So what do you look like at the moment?
So it's like that moon elf kind of look from before. So like blue robes, like very short, like white hair, like slicked back, and then just like light blue skin and then dark blue eyes.
Okay.
Very blue.
I'm gonna put Plonk down and then pat her on the head.
Like a cat. Okay, then I continue to walk, hoping that everybody is following me.
Well, I mean, I am. You have to
No,
like...
wait, I'll still bring up the rear. Again. Protect our squiggly piggly.
Alright, so as you continue forward, you can see that the path does head north continuously, and there's another barricade on your right as you're moving forward.
Can we see beyond
Uh,
the barricade? Like, is there nothing but it's just
from
darkness?
yeah, if you want to try to peer that way, you can make a perception check, Tita, as you all approach.
Yeah,
this
can I
area.
go over to that?
Can I turn to Minerva and be like, Minerva, do you know what, like, any of this is? Why do you think it's all, like, barricaded?
Alright, yeah, so what am I doing?
Perception check.
What do I know about the inside of the mountain?
19
inside
plus
of the
2,
valley?
21!
Plonk has asked if I know anything about these barricades.
Um,
And, like, I know I've been down here.
this is an
but-
still
abandoned
the
mithril
Buffalo?
mine. It's pretty much been wiped out, so there could just be dangerous, maybe like
Yeah.
collapsed
That's what I was
tunnels,
thinking.
and yeah.
Well, Plonk, I've been down here a few times, but I don't really know the exact reason for why they've been set up, but there's a lot of old mine shafts down here that might just be blocking off something dangerous.
Okay.
What you got?
19 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So it's
What do I see, Cream?
utilizing your dark vision, you kind of look past this barricade, and honestly, you don't see much. It looks like there's there seems to be some either bricks or stones that have kind of collapsed off to the side. But besides that, from the angle that you have, you can't really see too much. It's just kind of an empty passageway.
Moving on.
Yeah.
All right.
As we just continue to go.
Yeah, you take a couple more steps, and you can hear like a creak in the shadows. You kind of all look, and the light kind of barely shines, and you see a large figure standing there, arms crossed, seemingly just waiting for you all.
What
Great.
took you so long?
Great.
How large did you say this figure was?
Is that to scale, or...?
It was about 12 to 13 feet tall. You weren't actually at the club, so you would not have seen that person.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
So, very
So very
to scale.
That's very to scale, yeah.
Yeah, especially
So-
for me.
So the three of them know
Have seen this guy,
who this
yes.
guy is. Okay.
Yeah.
You all recognize this is the one that lifted Minerva up and ripped off her mask and called her number 6.
Does it look like he has any, like, guards with him?
Make a perception check.
Am I still disguised?
Ooh, 14 plus 5!
Did you what?
I would say so.
Disguised.
Yeah.
In your
disguised.
Your glasses and your
Okay,
hat,
okay.
yeah.
I was like,
What'd you
he
get?
knows me.
Rhea?
He saw
14
me.
plus 5.
14 to 19. You do see someone else. You can tell that they're trying to be stealthy, but it's not very successful.
But stealthy fail.
But there's someone that's kind of hiding. Like you're gonna have to kind of put it there. Around that little corner.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh, she cute.
I should
I'll just hold it
I should go to the back of the group.
Yes.
I was gonna say, yeah, can I,
I'm gonna go to the
grab
back of the
Blanc,
group and kind of
Maybe
hide.
tuck
Yeah.
in here.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How about the rest of you?
We continue with the plan.
Since,
The three
Yeah.
of you approach.
yeah.
Okay. Who's in front?
Plonk, did you... I assume that you don't
I
take
feel like
the light.
Minerva and then me maybe
No, I don't
slightly
take the
behind,
light.
because
I'm
now I
trying
need to be
to
in front
hide.
of Zoxa. I got your back row.
Did you leave the light on the floor? Or did you give it to someone?
I kind of covered it, and as I was walking away, I just like handed it to somebody.
Who would
So
you like
that-
to hand it to?
I guess Minerva because I was like, she was
Yeah.
right next to me.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make a stealth check?
Yeah. 20, not natural.
Okay. You feel confidently hidden. So,
Okay.
you feel confidently hidden.
It's not weird.
Doesn't mean that I am.
Yes, it does.
It most certainly
But
doesn't
if
mean
you
that
think
you are.
that you are, then you're going to stop there because
Okay.
you think that you are.
Okay.
Minerva, you are in the front here. What would you like to say or do?
I guess, I just approach.
He's just kind of leaning up against the wall. He's got these large bracers, like gauntlets, over his fingers. He's just kind of leaning up against the wall, arms crossed.
Yeah, I feel it like her hand probably shakes a little, so she just like puts it behind her back to look you know, like purposeful.
Mhm.
And she just, you know, approaches.
Okay. Again, in this figure, as you approach, like I said, he's kind of shrouded in a corner, in some shadows and darkness. And as you approach, you notice what you saw at the club. That he's clad in all black. He has pretty much the same mask as you, slightly different design, covering his face.
Bless you.
He doesn't seem to have a hood on like he did before, so you can kind of see his bright orange hair kind of cascading down over his shoulders. Besides that, yeah, he's just kind of standing there waiting.
I suppose you're the one we're supposed to be meeting?
I am.
Hi.
I was told you have someone you need to eliminate.
Yes, we are looking to hire an assassin. We understand that. Well, you're the one that people go to for this sort of thing.
We do have an assassin amongst us, yes. I can certainly send them out for you. Please, give me details.
So there is a particular guard amongst the rankings in Isgard who's been they've had a little bit less than stellar conduct. And no one within the force is doing anything about it, so might as well just get rid of the issue where it is.
Do you have a name?
A name? Oh gosh, I know his last name, Stoneworker? I look at Zoxa as if I'm trying to confirm that is his name.
Yes, I believe that's
yes,
correct.
Yes, that is his last name.
Stoneworker.
Yeah.
Interesting.
His first name, I don't really pay attention to people's first names. Was it Mason? No, it wasn't Mason. William?
Mason Stoneworker. Oh, yes, that was his name.
Mason Stoneworker. Noted.
While this is... Hold on.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
How far away is he from me?
From you, I would say probably like 50 feet. Let me just get a little measuring tape here.
Don't worry, we've got this.
We've got this.
Mason Stoneworker.
I was under the assumption that this was a
45
quality
feet.
live stream.
Oh, it's amazing.
While
This is
I'm
what Zox is thinking.
slinking up against the wall to not be seen, go, I need to be at least 30 feet away from him.
Okay. So.
Am I able to get there without being seen?
Depends on your stealth check. Breaking stealth to move. Let's see how well you can sneak over there.
Great.
If only there was something that she could do.
Yeah.
If only.
If only.
I am going to use 3 of my 6 ifs.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Totaling what?
15.
15. Okay. So you're gonna try to sneak up to kind of right where
I really
Zoxa
hope
is.
that's enough.
I would assume you want to try to get up kind of over here behind this little outcropping, kind of where next to Zoxa is.
Yeah. And use my limited telepathy and try to persuade him into thinking you've heard that name before. You think it's legit.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you
Nice play there.
Nice
Nice play there.
That's good.
you hone into your senses and you try to send out this this thought.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's
doesn't
not
seem to be
happening.
working.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's the cave.
Sorry. Oh, I remember that from last time.
It's the cave. I can't do it. I don't know what it is.
Limited telepathy is not working here. Okay. So back to the other three who are speaking to...
At least I'm closer and I'm still hidden.
Yeah.
Good play, though.
Seemingly.
Oh, I was trying!
That was really good.
I was trying.
So Minerva, he kind of shuffles a bit and kind of puts his arms to his sides, and he says,
For an assassination, we're looking 250 credits.
Okay.
We usually request down payment up front.
The entire thing, or just like a deposit?
Down payment of at least 50 credits to start.
Okay.
If we need supplies, it would be a good way to get.
Do I know where Plonk is at the moment?
You, what's your passive perception?
15.
You do. You meet her stealth, so you have an idea that she is behind that little...
I would like to use, what is it? The thing I just got. That lets me remember shit. Sorry, Dren. That lets me remember Dren. About exactly how much we agreed to on this price previous, because I don't think it was 250 credits.
It was roughly 200.
I thought so. So, I will be bringing that up.
Go for
it. Excuse me, but I do believe we were told 200 credits.
Prices went up.
And why is that?
Because I make the rules.
How quaint. Oh, yeah. Zox is done talking.
Agreement.
Well, my associate here does raise a bit of a good point. If the price has gone up, I would almost like to see if this assassin is good enough. Are they here, or could we meet them?
See if the assassin is nearby.
The assassin is Plonk!
He says,
Not at the moment.
Oh.
But if it's really necessary, I can bring them to you.
Well, I mean...
Plus,
it would
the
definitely
associate
be
that you spoke with earlier, she gives an estimate. I give the
see.
final price.
I see. I just want to make sure that we're getting some fair business here.
For an assassination, I feel 250 credits is fair.
And there's no way that we could just come and meet them? You would have to go back and bring them here? Because that just sounds like it would take up some more time and, well, I don't really want
The
to
request
pay more
was to
money.
speak with me. You had the option to speak with the assassin, and you chose to speak with me.
Yes, but that was before you raised the price, and now I'm just simply wondering about this assassin's abilities. I would just like this to be done quickly, so if it would be quicker for us to go with you to meet the assassin, the job could be done quicker, everyone gets paid quicker.
make a persuasion check.
Yeah, I don't think it's even enough even if I add inspiration. That's an 8. 6 plus 2.
He says,
Either I can get him for you, or you trust me, or you'll walk away.
Is Plonk still in the same spot that she's in? Okay. Well.
Waiting on you, boss.
I suppose we could wait here until you bring the assassin back. I'm sure that even if this isn't done quite as quickly, our sponsor Genevieve won't be irritated by it.
You say that and I just like clench my axe a little tighter. So.
Very well. I can go get him for you.
Thank
He
you.
kind of eyes each one of you up and down for a second.
Please, if you follow, I will have to kill you.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry.
And he, can you remove him? He kind of goes around that corner and, he leaves.
As soon as he...
the area.
Okay. Oh, so he goes to the corner where I saw the other person in the shadows.
He doesn't go to that corner. He kind of loops around
This
that way
Okay.
and disappears.
Okay.
You can just take it off for now.
That's the code word. Genevieve!
I don't remember what was
You didn't remember the plan from last time?
going on. No,
When
I don't remember.
The plan I spent 2 hours making!
It might be a good idea to recap that plan right now.
So remember how Genevieve was the code word that you were supposed to knock him out, which was the reason why you were hiding.
His back is
I
turned-
knew I was hiding for a reason.
Wow, way to go!
His back is turned to you now. We have a chance.
Okay. I forget if I
As he's walking
He's
away.
already
He's
around the
already
corner.
gone. He's already gone.
I forgot if I was supposed to hit him or like.
You had a rock.
Yeah, but I gave the rock to Minerva because it was a light source and I was trying to be stealthy.
You could hit him with the butt of your dagger. I believe
If
that was
I
also
moved-
discussed.
If I moved,
Yes, yeah.
that person, that guy would have hit me.
You don't know.
You don't know about that guy.
Only Minerva.
Don't presume to know about that guy.
No metagaming.
Okay, whatever. Sorry. Messed it up, like usual. Everything else, so I don't know why anybody's surprised.
It's alright. If you... His back is turned to you right now, but if you don't feel comfortable following him, I can just shift out of the disguise and go.
How about I walk up? I still want to be stealthy. I want to walk like near where he was and try to like kind of see where he's going.
Oh, like around that corner?
Not all the way around the corner, but like up to that little where
Right here?
where it closes. Yeah.
You would. I don't think you'd be able to.
You wouldn't be able to see from there. You'd have to move up a little further.
I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, so from right there, nothing seems to happen.
I don't see anything.
Not from where you are. No.
I'm gonna take a couple more steps.
All right, where do you want to go?
Yeah, and your passive perception isn't fantastic either, so...
Yeah. Just a couple more steps.
I don't know what a couple more steps is.
To the opening.
Okay.
Okay.
There.
So as you get to the opening, make another stealth check as you're approaching. As you get to the opening there, give me a perception check as well.
$15.
I'll make it with disadvantage since it's dark.
5.
5. Yeah, so you turn the corner and you kind of like look both ways into the darkness, and he's seemingly just vanished.
Disappeared. Yeah. I don't even know why.
Gone, don't you know?
I don't even know why I try anymore. Okay, cool. I don't see anything.
No. Okay. So you're just sitting there.
So upset.
Why?
I look at... Well, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna look at Zaxa and Tita. Should I follow him? I can. I mean, I'm not as sneaky as Plonk, but I'm kind of hard to see in the dark sometimes.
Maybe we should wait until we see the assassin.
So that there's one more person for us to fight?
Instead of you going up and getting ambushed by 2 people by yourself.
While this is all happening, Tito, with your passive perception, you can kind of see through the other stalagmites, and you can see what you're assuming is the same lime greenish bubbling pool.
Oh, to the left of me.
Yep.
Oh, we were talking. Sorry. There we go.
I mean, well, we got some time now. So.
Yeah, what would you like to do while you're waiting?
The reality of this is I only have one more disguise self spell left, so I don't think that there's a situation here where he doesn't see who I actually am. I could just follow him right now and make this quicker.
CJ.
And then the rest of you wouldn't have to fight off him and an assassin.
We will when we come to get you back.
I mean, if you go alone, what's your plan?
Find Diamber and maybe get out.
I don't like maybes.
I don't hear any of this.
No, you do not. You're standing at the little mouth of that entrance there, just looking back and forth.
Anything.
Nothing. Yeah, you can't see
I mean,
anything.
even if me and Diamber don't come back, though, you have the mithril that you can sell. If you get more of it, that's going to be a lot of money. That might be able to cover things.
Okay, but
By my calculations, it wouldn't cover everything.
Depends on how much you get, I guess.
I think you're worth a little bit more than that.
yeah, Green.
Aww.
Brought to you by PBS.
The more you know, no.
She's just like she is just kind of quiet for a little bit. You don't know me. They do, and they seem to have some kind of issue with me. No use for all of you getting caught up in something that I did.
I mean, aren't we kind of already caught up in whatever?
We're already here. You might as well use us.
That doesn't sound very fair to you guys.
We'd be dead otherwise.
Yeah, oh, right.
Has everyone forgot that?
Well, I suppose, but you all already have to deal with the universe maybe collapsing. You don't have to deal with this.
I mean, if the universe is gonna collapse, we're all gonna die anyway, so it'd be better if you were just there.
What do you want me to do?
If we die, we're dying together! Alright?
Plonk from around the corner.
This guy's like, what are you talking about?
You turn around to say that, and you turn back, and you see just right in front of you, just like the belt and like lower torso of this massively tall guy just standing right there.
Right.
He's like,
Can I help you, little one?
Oh, hello.
I booked the wrong room.
This isn't where the bathroom is.
What did she have on for the disguise again? A hat?
It's
and
like a
what?
big
And sunglasses in a dark
In a
cave.
dark cave. That's why she can't see anything. That's why.
even the dim light from the light spell is nothing.
Nothing.
Hi, sorry. I'm gonna run back to the room. Scurry, if you will.
And as
I'm gonna go.
as the three of you see Plunker running back, Zoxa, you feel a blade to your throat. And right behind you, there's an assassin. And he says in your ear,
So, am I good enough?
How cute.
Thanks, I hate it.
Hold our staff! And I'll teleport to the other side of the party.
this other side of what?
The party.
Over here. Yeah. And he's gonna start making his way into the big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
you're right about that. It's fine.
Are you sure?
He's so big he doesn't even fit in a hole.
Yeah, it doesn't even fit.
I can go sideways.
He looks like some sort of captain.
So, you've seen how sneaky he can be. What do you think? Worth it?
I heard him the
very
whole
good.
time.
He is very good. I'll give him that.
Okay. It's just verbal from Mr. Scout. It doesn't require any components. I love that.
So, do we have a deal? 250 credits.
And he kind of takes his dagger back into at his side.
Who's the closest to me?
Plonk is like touching you at the moment.
Can I lean down and be like, seems pretty steep.
Yeah, it still seems like a lot.
Well, then I guess our business is concluded. Leave.
The assassin will take like a step back toward the barricade and kind of just, with his hands, kind of point to the exit.
Were you seeing?
I'm trying to see him, the assassin.
The assassin, for those of you with dark vision, actually you have the rock light. You can see that this particular character, similar situation where he's clad in all black. He's got a ton of daggers across his chest, and he also has a tail, a black tail that just kind of flicks behind him.
Cool.
And little pointy ears on top as well.
Great.
I kind of just like look at everyone. What are the facial expressions I'm seeing?
I wouldn't call it panic. But more like upset that he can't think of anything to do. So he's like
Where do you usually
Go on, brain!
keep our whatever, like the credits? Like whatever.
It's a little
It's on a
chip.
card,
So where is
yeah.
that on your person?
That is like in, like I have a pack on my back.
So then I'm gonna like eyeball you to be like, because he just said leave. So I feel like if you like whip out some money, then you
Nobody
might not.
said anything about leaving.
I think he did.
What is that supposed to mean?
And you see him kind of just clench his gauntleted fists a bit.
Relax.
Now, does he have the giant sword, or is that just
No, that's the closest miniature to.
Does he
what
have the
is.
giant sword that's the size of my character, or is that just a
He
thing?
does not. No, he has just the big gauntleted fists.
Okay, cool. That are also as big as my character.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, relax.
You're on my time.
Yes. Is anybody else going to chime in? Or is it just gonna be
I mean, no.
everybody's silent?
I already
Well,
used
you-
the eyes.
you started talking.
That's all Tita
I thought you had something!
No, because he's like, well, if you don't like it, then leave or whatever. And I'm like, nobody said we were leaving. Like, nobody said that we were like saying no or saying that the price is a little high. Like,
Alright, we said the price is high. We didn't say we didn't want it.
yeah, we didn't say, you know what,
I will say
we're leaving.
he
Like,
doesn't seem like he's willing to negotiate the price, though.
yeah, obviously.
That's why I lied about taking out the money. He said 50 down payment. Give it to the man.
Do you say
I
that
don't
out
say
loud?
any of that because obviously he'll hear me. So I say that with my eyes.
Can I roll insight? I don't understand what.
I'm just like eyeing the back, Well, that's why I wanted to know where it was on you because I was just gonna like look at where it is.
It's a 4 + 3.
Tita is awkwardly staring at your bag and kind of making like head twitches toward it.
How close am I to her?
To her, you're within 5 feet.
Like,
There's
I could
there's
whisper?
about 5 feet between
I could
you.
whisper without
Plonk is kind of between
getting
you. Maybe they might hear you.
fine, whatever, and I'll just quietly to Minerva be like, money. You were mad that you couldn't hear me. Now you hear me.
What are they doing while this is like this staring?
The assassin just has one of his arms up on the barricade. And
He's just
the big
chilling.
guy, the last thing you saw was when Plonk made that comment, he just kind of clenched his gauntlet fist. They're at his side, but they're kind of at the ready.
So
He's just watching you.
they're impatiently waiting.
Impatiently
Yeah, they're
waiting
just
for you to
very
make a
insane.
decision. Yeah, to make a decision whether you're going to leave or you're going to pay him the credits to do this.
So
Cool.
what happens after we pay you? Do you both disappear into the shadows and then the job is taken care of? Do we show the assassin where exactly we think our target is? What happens?
You gave us a name. That's good enough. We'll find them. We'll take care of it within 2 days.
You see. So we are not supposed to have any sort of actual contact with you or this assassin after paying you. We're just...
If you pay up front, you'll never see us again. If you only pay the down payment, I will find you.
I see. How close am I to the assassin?
You are about 8 feet away.
Okay. I know what she's gonna do, but it's stupid.
Hey.
The right party for that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not for me.
What would you like to do, Minerva? They're impatiently waiting.
Alright. I want to try and grapple the assassin.
Ooh. So you're going to charge up and try to
We're
grab him?
gonna die.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Why would you do such a thing?
Do you think she's the kind of person who thinks things through? No.
I thought she was.
Ooh. Okay. Alright. Where is... Like, just straight up strength.
Yeah.
Alright, that's 17 plus 1.
Ooh. Slightly above what I rolled. So you kind of lunge at this assassin, and before they're able to get their daggers free, you're able to get him kind of in a headlock and grab one arm. And he's kind of trying to fight back. He's going to attempt to break out on his next round. But as soon as that happens, the big guy just kind of takes a warning step forward and raises one gauntlet at him, but doesn't hit. He's just waiting to do it. If you want to move him up right to you.
Of course I
I'd
do.
like to make a different negotiation.
He doesn't say anything, he just stares at you.
I want to see your compound. If you don't lead us there, I will kill him.
Good luck.
Can I just... I'm gonna try and, like, stab the assassin if he doesn't
Okay.
listen.
Everyone roll initiative. You can make an attack.
Woo woo!
Do I make it with advantage since he's restrained? Or
Oh,
since I'm
great.
the one restraining it
Great.
doesn't...
Now you have him grappled, so you'd have advantage.
Super awesome.
Don't worry, so is mine. And I'm the one about to get punched.
So, I've already pre-rolled initiative for them to make it quick and easy, just in case. Tita.
7.
Zaxa.
6.
Ooh.
Great.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 minus 1.
I rolled a 5 plus 2.
Plonk.
13.
Minerva.
15, and then with that attack, did you need that roll now?
Yes, please.
I got a 22.
That hits.
Alright,
Roll some damage.
cool. Alright, it's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Yeah, you just stab right into his chest. And as you do, he's like, ah! But can you move Minerva right behind, or right next to, at least, the assassin there? Yeah, thank you. And as that happens, chaos breaks loose here. And first off, the
Fantastic.
assassin is going to try to break grapple from you.
Is this contested or just...
Yeah, so you're going to roll in athletics, and they get to do acrobatics or athletics.
13 plus 30.
I rolled 22 total.
You know what? Yeah.
So he...
Acrobatics.
Yeah,
For an assassin.
for assassin, yeah. He just kind of slips out from under your chokehold, grabs a dagger, and as a bonus action stabs into your, or attempts to stab into your gut. That is What is that showing? There we go. That is a 17 to hit. Okay. So that is... that is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And he's just going to kind of face off with you immediately.
Alright.
And then from around the far corner over there, between the legs of the tall guy, if you want to bring her out a bit. Oh, no. She's not coming out. She's just staying over there in the shadows.
Oh,
between the legs. Going to fire a spell off. Zoxa, make an intelligence saving throw.
That is a 11 plus 5, 16.
16. Ooh, that saves.
That's my best one.
So you
Actually, my best
feel
one.
almost like a piercing headache start to take hold, and you kind of just shake it off. But yeah, that could have been kind of bad. But luckily, you saved from that one. And yeah, so you kind of just down and then look back up at this big guy who's right in front of you. And Minerva, it's your turn.
Alright.
Or it'll be the big guy's turn before my turn. He'll get his punch off.
Just barely. You're on the same initiative, but he has a higher dex.
Well, then he sucks at initiative.
I did roll very poorly. What you got, Minerva? You're in front of this, with facing off with this assassin.
Hurry.
She's not going to move out of melee with the assassin.
Okay.
But she's
You know, like come around a bit.
she's gonna like turn so that she can be facing the big guy.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of. According to that, you're facing the
already
big guy.
facing, so you're good right there.
Cool.
Time's a ticking.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say to him. I'm the one instigating this. You do not need to harm the rest of my associates. And, well, there's a reason I want to see your compound, and I'll tell you why if you let them go. And I think it'll be very interesting for you.
Give me a persuasion check. Or intimidation. Whichever route you're attempting to...
I'll go with persuasion, actually. And that's only an 11.
Okay. He just kind of eyes you and doesn't seem like he's, at this point, since you made the first move, he doesn't seem like he's really caring what you have to say. He's got his fists and they look like they're about to start punching.
I'm gonna drop the disguise.
Ooh. Okay.
Nice.
And you see where he was, his head, obviously you can't see his eyes because of the mask, but you can see where his head was focused on Zoxa and Plonk and Tita. When you drop the disguise, it's almost like a...
Hi.
Hi.
Six. Is that your turn? Okay.
Can I respond to that? Because I
Sure.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I understand loud and clear what you said the last time, but the reason why I wanted to find your compound is because I feel I can be used to you again. I can find 4.
Plonk, what are you doing?
Is the assassin's back towards me?
Yeah.
Great. So would you say that I have opportunity attack?
Well, you're,
Or attack of
he's also
opportunity?
engaged with Minerva, so you...
Talking about opportunity is something different.
Alright, well,
An opportunity attack.
That's only if they leave your... Like, if you're face-to-face and they leave, that's when you make an opportunity attack against them.
Okay.
You could
Okay.
you would have sneak attack damage if you hit the assassin because Minerva is engaged.
taking his
with it.
attention right now.
She also
Yeah.
just asked that the three
Well-
of you be let go. Please don't instigate anything.
Too bad.
Well, I was already planning on doing this. And I'm actually really sad that you dropped your disguise.
Yeah, did her words change your mind at all?
Nope.
Plonks!
I am going to hit them with frostbite.
Okay.
So
That wouldn't give you sneak attack, though. Only...
yeah, I wasn't really looking for sneak attack. I have sentinel. So it's like when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Right, but
that's
this
what you're
isn't an
trying to do.
opportunity attack.
Yeah. Hold on. When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack
Mhm.
against the attack.
So this one, you have no one next to you. So that doesn't apply either.
Um,
Sentinel's only if you're face-to-face with someone, which you are not.
Within 5 feet.
Yes.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
next.
so
That is next to them.
You're definitely more than 5
Okay.
feet away from her.
And if I take a single step,
You would be within 5 feet of them, I assume. Right?
No, she's
but
gotta- she's
also
gotta
they
move,
would like
minimum
they
10
would
feet.
like hear me, and I couldn't.
I think they know you're there.
Yeah, they know you're there. You're not. It's not a.
Okay, whatever.
You're not
I'm gonna hit
surprising
them with
them.
frostbite.
Okay. Is it safe for me or
Minerva's
attack roll?
not touching them, right?
No.
No, because they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
out. Okay.
They broke the grapple.
No, I don't have to roll. You must make a Constitution saving throw.
You got it. Coming right up.
Oh, good. It's not a dex save.
Which one is this? The assassin. Okay, con save. It's a 14.
14. I don't know what it is.
So it would be... No.
Spell
Oh,
DC.
I know, because she's a rogue.
Yeah,
and
so
their
it's
spells
8
aren't.
plus your proficiency bonus, which is 2, so that'd be 10. Plus, I think we said that we're going with charisma because this is an innate ability of your person.
And so plus 3.
So 13.
So
He
13.
just succeeds.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to attempt?
Does it do half damage?
No, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
As this you fire this
Okay,
frostbite, he hears the magical sound of the frost and kind of ducks down, and you see the frost kind of explode all over the barricade behind, kind of covering the spikes with frost. Anything else you would like to move, or you have bonus action or anything?
There's nothing that I can do.
All right,
You can
after
move.
Tita, Plonk.
Where?
After Plonk, Tita, you're up
Ouch!
next.
You can run.
Great.
We can run. She's
Um,
trying to help us to run.
Yeah, so I try to hit them with this thing, and then we all run away. That's gonna go well. They're not gonna
It's
try to...
already not going to
It's
go
already
well.
not gonna go well.
What's Tita doing?
I mean,
Okay, like,
how far can I get?
How far can you get? You have 50 feet, so pretty damn far.
so would it make a difference if I did it, like, as we were, like, running by?
Wouldn't make a difference.
But I would be further away from them
Alright,
now,
how far
instead of
away am
now
I from the dude?
having to run by them after I did it.
I mean, you'd be the same distance.
Yeah, but I would be in the other direction so that I don't have to, instead of having them stand here, me hit them and then run past them, I would be running past them while hitting them, while trying to hit them.
Regardless, it doesn't matter. If you want to move, you can still move.
Yeah, because you didn't move at all. You shot from where you were
It
standing.
all technically happens at once anyway.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. If you want to like run and
Okay.
burst at the same time, then go right ahead. So then where do you want to be?
It feels like it would be like, try to hit them. Okay, now I'm gonna run past you. Like that's literally how it
Just
feels.
remember, your turn is 6 seconds. So
Yeah.
in that 6
Yeah.
seconds, you throw
All
the
of those
thing
things
and
around.
run.
Yeah,
Okay.
that all happens.
Okay, so I'm
then
going
where
to
do you
try
want
to
be?
run past them
All right, Mike. If you want to, how far would you like to go? Full
as
30?
far as I can.
So from there to.
Can I
right
go
here? Yeah.
that way?
Which way?
Like out?
This way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where you.
That's where I was
Okay.
assuming you were going. That's where I was hoping you were going.
Yeah. No, you
and
just
because-
put the thing down and it looked like I was just running to the barricade.
Because you're a rogue, if you would like to use a bonus action to move again, you are able to do that with the dash bonus action. Cunning action.
Yeah.
So
Or actually, I'm gonna try to hide behind the corner so that they can't like.
so use your bonus to use the rest of the movement to get there, and if you'd like to attempt to hide next time, you can.
Yeah.
All right, sounds like a plan. Tita.
How heavy is Zaxa?
He's like about roughly 6 feet. No, he's 5 something. He's he's live, but at the same time tall.
I
so-
tried to scoop him up and run.
170 pounds.
How far would I get if I tried to scoop him?
You would be at half movement, so for you it would be 25 feet, and then if you wanted to use a key point, you could move another 25 feet.
So then how far would that be?
Well, total 50 feet, so that would be... past Plonk, so like somewhere right here.
Scoop him right up.
So, now this is interesting. If he were trying to attack me, he would get an opportunity to attack, would he?
He still does.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So how was I able to run past them?
Because you didn't
No,
move
you
close
weren't
enough.
engaged
close
with the
enough.
big guy. The big guy's
Right.
the one who's going to get the
Oh, the big guy. I thought you meant the assassin. I was like,
No. Alright,
So as Tita grabs Zaxa over his shoulder and starts to book it, this guy's going to make one punch at you.
Thanks.
Dude, I'm trying to run away with you.
You're not helping.
Oh boy. That's,
You hit me. I know you hit me.
It's
You don't have
26.
to ask.
26.
You hit me.
I mean, Jesus, you could have rolled like a 6 and you would have almost made it.
Alright, so
Hold
that
on.
is-
Hold on.
Oh,
We're gonna use the reroll. This Mikey B's health is so low.
Oh! Okay.
On the hits? He's gonna still hit me!
That may have saved you. Doesn't...
Yes!
Yes, an
Yes!
11
I'm
Yeah.
at 9!
it was a good try, though.
No, do all the damage if it's too high! What are you doing?
Sorry. I didn't realize your AC
No,
was
that's
so low,
only
too.
D20
It's
rolls.
only a d20. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't matter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
So that is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, he's half dead.
And...
He's dead.
Relax. I'll tell him when he's dead.
So what did I say? That was
7.
7 points of bludgeoning, 3 points of fire, and 1 point of radiant.
That's it? Come on.
So 11 points altogether.
Yep.
And now you're on the shoulder of Tita, and Tita books it if you want to move.
Oh, yeah,
those
scoot us
two.
over there past Plonk.
Thank you so much.
Am I breaking a sweat?
I don't know. That's
On my antenna.
they're too heavy.
Okay.
Oh!
oh,
I don't like that.
Why?
Just imagine that's how it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall down and break my head.
If it falls, whatever. It's made of metal. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so after Tita, it's the big guy. So the big guy is going to move right up to where Minerva is.
Sorry, we just left you there.
That's what you
He's
wanted.
going to attempt to
She was like,
grapple
run away.
you.
We were like, don't have to kill me twice.
Does it... Well, yeah, that hits. 21. So he grabs you, lifts you, and kind of slams you onto one of the spikes that's on the barricade right there. So one just kind of shoots through your back, your armor. Let's see, that's going to do 7 points of piercing damage. And you're kind of pinned back on that barricade. And he says,
You made a big mistake coming back here, 6.
and that's...
Are you sure you're not making a bigger one by refusing my help?
What could you possibly help with?
You of all people should know that I'm good at finding things. I can get 4 back.
Do you even know where she is?
Well, no one knows where anyone is when they're not working on it, but if you put me to work, I will find her.
Make a persuasion check.
Well said.
If I haven't started looking
Right, but I
for
didn't
her
look.
yet,
Of
then
course I didn't find her.
Well, if I haven't started looking yet, I obviously don't know where she is. Like,
10,
Zoxy, you're on
12 plus 2,
I'm being carried.
deck. You know.
14.
You're like, put me down.
When you say that, his shoulders kind of relax a bit, and then you see him just go, and he's going to attempt to knock you out. So he's going to take a couple punches to the head to see if he can knock you out. But this is not meant to be deadly. It's meant to knock you out.
Alright.
Just in case you missed that at home.
Just
He's trying to knock her out.
not kill
So the
her.
first one is 18,
Yeah.
and the second one is much higher.
Okay.
So that is 21 points of damage.
She's still
Plus-
conscious.
Hold on now. That was bludgeoning, and then you're going to take, in total between the two, 7 fire and 4 radiant.
I'm resistant to radiant.
So 2 radiant.
But he is successful.
Ooh. You are unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, you can feel, well, you can't really feel this, unfortunately for you, but your body gets lifted off of this spike. And as that's happening, Zoxa, you are up next.
Put
You are over.
me down! I say after I just got punched in the A-Joth. That's a hole. I don't know what butt is. There's no word for that.
Aj.
Aj. Right in the Aj.
Yeah, obviously I'll put him down.
Okay.
Dude.
When he puts you down, you just barely have line of sight, and the rock is now on the ground next to where Minerva is. She's no longer holding it, and you can just barely see the big guy just kind of grabbing her by here and just lifting her off of this spike. And it looks like he's about to start turning around to head back in that direction. What would you like to do?
They have her now. I can't get her back. We'll keep running.
Okay. You double.
Yeah. As much as I can with my 4 hit points.
60 feet. Alright, so Zaxa, after
Put me
you,
down!
the assassin is going to step on the other side of where Minerva is to try to block this passageway, but he's not going to pursue.
Just kind of like guard.
Yeah. And the other thing is going to just stay put over there. Minerva, you're unconscious. No death save necessary because he's just trying to knock you out. Plot.
well, everyone ran away from me, and I can't see. So,
You do know that Tita and Zaxa just ran by, and Zaxa's like, "Put me down!" And then
yeah, so I
you-
guess I will run over to try to, like, jump onto Tita's back or something. Because
Just miss.
My back's
because I can hear where they are.
give me a perception check as you're running toward.
Okay, 5.
5. So you run and you leap to go onto Tita's back, and there's just nothing. Where you thought he was, you just to the ground. So
Do
you're,
I hear that?
yeah, like right behind you.
Oh. So
Just
I'm
missed.
supposed to turn around. Be like,
If you are, I was gonna say, if you are not pursuing at the moment, we can go out of initiative order.
Yeah, we're not trying. I don't
I mean,
think we're
yeah.
trying to attack them
Okay.
anymore.
So, the big guy ends up leaving. This one starts to slowly kind of back up, and as he's leaving, the big guy, you can hear him say to the assassin,
Don't let the others double back.
Shove out in the corner there.
Okay. So the three of you, I'm assuming, will reconvene, maybe at the mouth of this.
Yeah, so we
this
can all
line.
see.
Yep. There is, at the mouth there's a bit of light from the surrounding open area, with like the magical green glowing lights. So, it is just the three of you now.
just 3 of
That's exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
So, have at it, the three of you. Conversate, make plans, decide what you'd like to do.
Genevieve! The word was Genevieve!
I feel like we should have gone over the plan again.
Probably.
You went back to hide, so I thought you knew it. So I was like, oh, cool, she's good. And then, like, you were the plan, I thought you had it.
Should I be trying to get more of that stuff before we leave so we can have more money?
How was I supposed to jump up and hit them in the back of the head if they are 13 feet tall?
I was wondering
It was a terrible
one.
plan, but
We
you
didn't-
still didn't follow it.
I have never seen this guy, so I didn't know how tall he was.
Okay.
Have you seen this man before?
Yeah.
And you didn't think to tell me how big this man was.
Well, I
when we
didn't
were
know it
making
was
the
going
plan.
to be him.
And neither did I.
How you holding up?
Anyway,
Do you,
what are
if
we
I remember
doing?
correctly, you before you went into this mine, you had finished off one of your joints, right?
Yeah.
So you're feeling fairly good, even though
Great.
Minerva just got captured. Maybe you're feeling a little paranoid that assassin could be around.
I'm like, the bug eyes are doing me. No, should I be, like, I mean... Damn it. We should be getting more of that stuff so we can get more money, but we can't just go hang out in that cave now.
Okay. What I think the
I mean, should we just...
the hazmat with the fire hair before you met before.
Yep.
Oh, the fire genasi?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would I think that she would know where they operate out of?
You don't know, but at this point, probably your
She's
best
got, like,
option.
connections.
Perfect. We're gonna go find your girlfriend.
Far out.
And we're gonna get some information out of her.
I don't know how, but okay.
Do you have a better plan?
I mean, she was so full of information last time.
I'm open to suggestions.
No. Good idea.
Let's go.
Alright, yeah, we can
So the
have that,
three of you
yeah.
make your way up. Alright. So you hurry up the multiple sets of massive stairs. And these stairs are, you would assume, probably large enough for the fire giants that that work in the smithies that are down here to ascend and descend throughout here. So each step is probably 5 feet tall. You have to kind of like climb as you go.
I'm leaving it like a gazelle.
Yep.
buddy.
I can't do it.
Oh, can I just hold her?
Yeah,
Can I just hold
I
Plonk like a
probably can't
backpack?
do it. I probably can't do it either.
Can I hold Plonk like a backpack?
Yeah. We'll just say, with Tita's help, the three of you can make your way up there
God.
after some time. It's
She
not
must be
even
exhausted.
Tita, it's not even that hot down here per se, but you
I'm
are
like,
just so
because
hot.
I'm sweating because I'm carrying literally everybody.
I am
I imagine-
carrying this team.
I imagine she's on your back and you just have one of your hands dragging me up the stairs.
Yeah, it's like she's holding on to the little thing.
You take 7 points an hour.
I'm done.
So eventually, you make your way back up to the Nidavellir marketplace.
By the way, you only need 4.
Fantastic.
I'm keeping track.
Fantastic.
You make your way back, you find the shadowed area where the fire genasi was.
Oh, was. Sounded like the sound of that.
And as you turn the corner to see if she is still there, she is. Except this time she's working on her other hand of fingernails, just kind of chewing at them.
So, like, what's the plan?
We need information from her, so we will get it from her.
Are you just like kind of standing right at the entrance of the little...
Well, I see her, maybe backtrack a little bit so we're not whispering in her face.
I feel like she could probably see you as a group talking, but just not super close.
Because we're talking
That's
and
what she can
all
see
staring
us.
at her, so
Yeah.
we're like, literally.
So I'd say we're like 15 feet.
We all
away.
turned at the same time, just.
And she's like, yes. Oh,
one moment.
it's you.
Oh, it's you.
How did your meeting go?
We're down a guy, so not well.
Oh yes, your elven friend.
Because it's Tita and not me. That's why you said it.
Oh yes, your elven friend there. Where is she?
She's taking a walk.
Off of a long pier.
No, of course not.
Like Tita doesn't even get it. Like, what?
Let me guess. You pissed off the boss.
Tita's just gonna like look down a little bit.
I'm afraid so. Now, we are in the market for some information, though.
Well, you are in the marketplace. Probably a good place to be.
Yes. How close are you with the fine people we just met?
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm close, per se.
And if one needed to get close to them, where exactly would one might need to go? What's it plotted like?
Can you give me a persuasion check, please?
As you just worded that so awkwardly.
Yeah.
If one
Looks at Plum and just goes,
might.
persuasion, you said.
Yes.
Perhaps, maybe, if they knew.
Oh man, that is amazing. Do you want to hear what I rolled?
I would love to.
I bet you're waiting for it.
Is it a 1?
It's a 1!
And I almost made you do it with disadvantage, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Wasn't that much better.
A 1 or a 7?
She says, even if I did know, what makes you think that I would give you any additional information about my employers?
I mean, yeah.
Listen here. I'm going to try to intimidate her.
Oh,
Whoa, okay.
I've had enough. Listen here. This is very important. We need the information, and we need it now.
Angrily picks up her dice.
Great.
Where is it?
Don't worry, Minerva. We're on it.
We got your back, girl.
Definitely gonna be saving you for sure. For
16.
Sure.
Ooh!
She you see her kind of take a bit of a step back, almost taken back by like how forceful this tiny little, to her, elf is being. And she's like, I can see that it is important to you. But what you must understand is, if I were to give you this information, then my life would be in jeopardy. You'd have to make it worth my while.
I'll make it worth your while.
Yeah, the
Can you say
person.
that?
Yes, under my breath, honest.
I want to see if she hears that.
I want to glare at you.
She kind of looks to you,
And then I...
winks, and goes,
Yes! And the little arms!
I just want to glare at you and then go. I know you want money, but the one that we're trying to get has the money.
well, I don't necessarily need money, but if I'm going to give you information that could put my life in jeopardy, I would at least like, maybe a guarantee that you could get me off of this rock safely.
Oh, so you want to come with us?
Stellar.
For a time, not indefinitely, just so I can get out of Isgard.
Where would you need to go?
Oh, it does not matter.
That's what I like to hear!
Sure.
Okay. I want to. Are you being earnest with her?
Oh yeah.
I am.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I want that
Transportation for our leader back? Okay.
Sure.
That's a deal I'll make.
Well, I will give you this information, and hopefully you're all still alive to honor our deal.
That's true.
What specifically would you like to know?
We need to know where they.
Where they would take a prisoner.
Well, I would assume to their lair.
Bingo.
And where would that be?
Well, as far as I know, there are 2 ways to get there.
Of course.
One is through the way that you just came back from.
Nope.
And another is through the home of one of the assailants' father. There's a secret entrance.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm sorry. There are actually 3.
It's the
third is-
mafia. It's the Iscard mafia.
The third is from their what's it called?
Their mess.
Where they would park their ship. Their,
Oh, the
They're
dock.
like docking.
yeah, they have
whatever.
they have a hidden docking bay that can also reach their lair. Up to you how you'd
What
like
is
to
that?
proceed.
Spooky.
Oh. Tita has not taken his eyes off her this whole time. Maybe gives a wink. as well.
Every once in a while, she kind of like looks back to you for a second, and one time she kind of like eyes you up and down, and then looks back to the other
Yes, Tita's
two.
getting it.
Where
Yes, Tita.
is the assailant's father's house?
Well, if you were to go up 1 level from where you were, or down 1 level from here, you may want to look for Gurkus's shop. His house is built into the back. Though it might be difficult to get through his shop without him noticing.
I'll just look at
That's where I come in.
Okay.
I know you can't tell by my.
Did you really say that? That's my job!
What?
You may not be able to tell because of my great disguise, but.
Wait, you're still wearing it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course you are.
Oh man.
No, I would not have guessed that. At all.
Sure, look with her for a second.
She's like, I'm gonna regret this.
I just look at Plug and look at her and go. So the dock, where is their secret dock?
It is tough to find from the outside. I've only seen it from the inside. There is an illusion that makes it almost impossible to locate just by looking on the outer side.
So, like, could you just bring us there?
I don't know exactly where it is. I've only been on the inside.
So how do we get to the inside?
From the outside. You'd have to look for it. I do know
I
that
was
it is,
literally just gonna be like, good thing I have these big ass eyes. I'm like,
I do know that it is at roughly the same level as Gurkus's shop.
great.
Thank you.
So like, if we live,
Yes.
we're obviously gonna come back to get you.
Speaking of which, where should I head to?
Do I have any of the in-room keys?
I don't know who has them.
Oh,
Minerva
he
had
had one
one.
because
I
he
have
broke away
one.
from the group. Because he went to the underwater stuff while we went to the
have
club.
it.
No, I did not have it for that.
Oh, so that was like
It was,
Minerva.
I think, Minerva
Cooper
and
might
Cooper.
have
it.
Minerva and Cooper.
Oh, that's fine.
Cooper has 412 and you have 403, I believe.
Mhm.
Well, I know where Kubrick is right now. Where is Kubrick?
He said the last thing he said was he was heading back to the ship to check on the repairs and
Oh, he did say that.
Right.
Perfect. Find Kubrick at the dock. Our ship is the gun ship. I don't remember. I don't.
Oh, yeah,
what,
gun.
I do remember the number. He remembers
it
the
is
number.
gun 792.
792. Our ship is the gun 792.
Very well. Anything else that you need from me?
What's your name?
My name is Bernadette.
Oh, God.
As the hair just licks flames down our shoulders.
Our NPCs can only have one type of name. Mason Stoneworker, Bernadette. They can only they have to be named like
Corny
that.
puns, everybody. Bernadette, aka teaches new GF.
Well, I will gather my things, and I suppose I will meet you there if you happen to return. Though I do not have the utmost confidence in. She kind of looks at all of you again. This particular group.
Rude.
But accurate.
Anything else I may be able to assist you with before I start packing?
Can you heal at all?
Unfortunately, no. She's like, I'm quite skilled with the blade, and she taps the rapier at her side, but... I can do a few. And she brings up some flame into one hand, and it kind of sits there. She's like, I can do some tricks with fire. And
Teacher's eyes are like bulging. He's so pumped. He's just thinking about if she can make flame, and then if he brings like the just all the just the flames and the moss and the he is planning out. So yeah, I don't know where that's going.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I don't think I need it. Yeah.
Okay. She says, well, hopefully I will see you soon. And she kind of just pushes between two of you and starts to head out to the main thoroughfare of the marketplace. And that's where we're going to take a quick break. And we're going to give us a t-shirt away. Today, the secret word that you all have to type into chat for the opportunity to win a t-shirt is order, O-R-D-E-R. Only enter it once, otherwise you're disqualified. But you have about 5 to 8 minutes or so to enter that, and we will come back with a winner momentarily.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Isgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green. I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sip's pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft cream, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Thrives and Ports don't usually vibe cream. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the Drang, the real Frelin Drang.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those are my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Minerva was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go, she'd always say. So I did, and a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, Mithril. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Minerva and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigue me. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, the Dalcan people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
What do you want to know about me exactly? My name is Minerva, I come from the planet Isgard, and I'm very good at finding things. That's about it. Alright, fine. I'll explain a little bit more. I'm not necessarily a bounty hunter, but I do travel across the galaxy in pursuit of different targets. The galaxy is a very big place. There are many wondrous things, of course, but with the good sometimes comes the bad. I eliminate the bad before it becomes a larger problem. I work for an organization called the Galactic Utility Intelligence Logistics Task Force, also known as GILT. Great name, huh? We're a rather undercover group, inconspicuously keeping watch over the many planets, pinpointing any threats that may arise and disrupt the safety of civilians. The majority of GILT is essentially a surveillance system that relays information back to our leader. However, when a threat to the people does arise, be it an angry monstrosity or an ancient fiend, that's when my team intervenes. We are a subset of GILT, known as the Special Protection Investigative Tactical Exploration Team, or the SPITE team for short. There are 6 ASMR on this team, including myself, each one of us with a different skill set. I contribute the ability to track down our target once we're in its proximity. I'm not bad with a blade or two either. Working with the team is alright. I wouldn't call all of them friends, but they are the people I'm closest to. Whenever we're not investigating a galactic threat, we're most likely just passing time on our starship. For me, this mostly means I'm in our training room, running through various simulations to keep my skills in good condition. I also enjoy a good game of cards every now and then. However, for some reason I'm always quite bad at trivia night.
So, I guess I'm supposed to be like talking about myself or whatever? I mean, I don't know, Green, I'm pretty boring. All I do is work and blow glass pipes. I mean, with that, I smoke a ton of moss in my off hours. Pretty much working all the time, though. Come from a long line of vaders. That means excavators. My family has worked with a deep organization for like hundreds of aeons. Oh, I should probably tell you what the hell that is, huh? DEEP stands for the Discovery, Excavation, and Expansion of Pandemonium Passageways. We're a little more progressive than those other vaders, the dry, green hierarchy of excavation mining. No one wants to work for them. Frelin pieces of trend. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be swearing, Green. So, back to my job. I mean, I'm pretty good at it. Kinda hard not to be when you've been basically bred for it. Got my great-granddad T-Sith pickaxe right here. Probably wouldn't think by looking at me, but I'm a little quicker than most. Even got promoted to work dust detail. That's the development of the underground super tunnels. I know, far out, right? One time I got off draft Green, came out in this crazy big moss patch. Totally wild. Met this Formian. Thrives and Ports don't usually vibe Green. I dig him though, we grew close. He's the Drang, the real Frelin Drang.
Growing up, I lived in a small clan of Verdun. My ancestors were goblins who left their planet to live amongst elven communities. The relocation was hard for them. It took a while getting used to their new planet, but once they got the hang of farming, it was all uphill from there. I was never as good of a farmer as they were, though. All I wanted to do was play. Hide and seek or squink. It's kind of like capture the flanc. Those are my favorite. I love the adrenaline I get from a good hunt. Waking up to your farmhouse engulfed in flames in the middle of the night, all you can do is run. When my village of Minerva was destroyed by a swarm of ravenous pixies, I had no idea if I would even survive. Racing out of my smoke-filled home I grew up in, I ran straight to the barn. Mama always taught me to keep a pack of supplies ready in case anything happened. Just grab your pack and go, she'd always say. So I did, and a good thing that I did too. Disappearing quickly was what saved my life. Since then, I've lost all contact with my family. I don't even know if they're alive. The small group of us that got out went to live in the closest elven city, mithril. This is my home now, and I have to say, it was tough getting accustomed to the way of life here. They're not a farming community, so it was hard to find work. I didn't know what I was good at. I thought back to my time in Minerva and what I enjoyed back then. Then it hit me. I love the thrill of the chase. I can do that. Becoming a spy is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I have to say it's a little bittersweet. Working for the royal families, doing a job I love, is like a dream come true. I couldn't be happier. But I'm only able to do so because of the misfortune of my village. I'm hoping my hard work will make my ancestors proud.
Cycle 12. Strange-looking creatures appeared today in the North City Square. These aliens called themselves elves. Their pointy ears and flowing hair intrigued me. They speak of different lands, impossible lands. Those without water, or those filled with fantastic creatures. I must learn more about them. Cycle 39. Each cycle since the arrival of the elves, Vidalcan people have attempted to duplicate their extraordinary effects, but to no avail. I reach my 40th cycle soon. Finally, I will be able to lead my own studies. Cycle 66. Without the elves' odd tricks, we have now resorted to building our own way to travel to other planets. The technology they seem to have is many cycles out of our reach. Even so, I believe there are other ways off this planet. Cycle 100. My excavation begins today at Zirathu City ruins. Managing to rope in both Vudila and Zixat into my hypothesis, I have much to discover. Not even the elves know what lies beyond the impossible depths. I know I will find answers there.
And welcome back! So after the break, we do have a winner of the our lovely t-shirt giveaway, since, only one person entered. That person is Notmeg. So Notmeg, we will be reaching out to you for your information and a t-shirt color and size, so we can get that to you ASAP. But it is time to jump back in to Reserve Inspirations D&D. So, Peter, Zaxa,
Great.
Plonk, what's the plan?
That was.
You can just go home, Priya. If the three of you would like to take a second to decide and think about what you'd like to do, think of some ideas, and then come back to discuss, I can give a brief description as to what Minerva sees when she comes to.
Sure.
Minerva.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
When you come to, you are in some severe pain.
Trying to sell that stuff yet? No.
Your head is throbbing. Your back is aching from where you got that puncture wound.
What?
Yeah.
And your vision begins to come back to you, still a little cloudy. And you're laying on a hard surface, and it is hot. It is very, very hot where you are. And as you kind of sit up, you put your hand down to kind of lift yourself, and as you do, you feel something kind of squish underneath it. And when you look, there are two deceased bodies in this cage with you. And when you come, you can see there are bars all around you.
That's fun.
And the cage isn't more than 4 feet tall, so you can't even stand up in this. You're just kind of stuck sitting or kneeling. Looking around, there are a couple other cages where you are.
You said you could discuss.
Yeah, no, I didn't say discuss. I said think about what you want to do, and then discuss when we come back to you.
We're thinking aloud.
Well, we're thinking aloud.
You look around. One of the other two cages is empty, and then the third has another 2 dead bodies in it. There are stalagmite and stalactites that kind of reach from ceiling and floor and kind of touch in multiple places on this platform, this upper platform that you seem to be on. And you can actually see a couple figures. One is sitting in a chair at a table, and there seems to be some type of lever at the table that they're kind of messing around with.
Okay.
And then there's another person pretty close to where you are, maybe 10 to 15 feet away, and they're sitting cross-legged on the floor, and there's a big pile of books next to them, and they're just kind of flipping through. There's a candle on, not a chandelier, but like a candelabra type situation off to the side. The large bookcase, and atop the bookcase, there's a big dragon skull. And you kind of look around, and you see where this person's sitting at the table with the lever, and you kind of look up, and you see another cage. But this cage is dangling over a pit of lava.
Love it.
My favorite.
It's about 12 feet or so from the magma itself. And there is a being inside this cage. And at a quick glance, you can recognize this to be the Umbra. The lever is making the chain holding this cage lower to the lava and then raise as they move back up. And you can kind of hear muffled voices, but you can't really make out what they're saying from where you are. But that's kind of what you can't wait to.
Fun.
And I will leave you with that depiction. You can also see, if you kind of look out, it's a massive cavern, but you can't quite see what's below because you're up on a higher platform.
Okay.
Okay. So, the rest of you are all currently still in the Davalier marketplace, and you have just finished speaking with Bernadette, and she just left the party to pack up her things and head to the floating island port, where Kubrick has the ship. Hopefully. So, what are the three of you thinking? To discuss and make some plans, please.
So, you didn't hear what we were discussing.
Because you're aware of that.
Now would be a very good time to sell our rock. So we can prepare to go get Minerva back.
Okay.
So
we're gonna go try to sell the rock.
All right. Well, there are plenty of places in the Davalier marketplace that you could potentially sell ore at.
Now this is a foot long, you said?
Yeah.
It's big.
$5 foot long.
$5 foot long.
Better be more than $5.
Credits are worth way less than dollars, so like the exchange rate is.
Okay. Yes, you said I had a foot long chunk.
Chongus.
So
a heckin' chonker.
If you remember, when you first came to the Davalier market, you were kind of circulating and checking out the different buildings. There were no smiths or anything like that, but there were salesmen for smiths, and the salesmen are yelling out prices for different products, and if you're looking for particular, fine metals and jewelry, they can assist you with that, all that kind of stuff.
How are there are so many job opportunities in this place, because the people who actually make the things don't talk to anybody. They just make the things, and then there are the people that work for them that get people to there's so many jobs here.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's find somebody. I don't know. I guess we should go into the first one to that we find.
You want to make an investigation check? See if you can.
I was gonna say, should we scope out one that looks?
Zaxa, make an investigation check. See if you can find a good.
That's my specialty.
Okay, so then you do it.
That's why I'm doing it. I'm gonna roll this one. It's gonna be bad.
It is.
Aha! Reverse psychology on the dice. 10 plus 5 is 15.
Ooh, alright. So yeah, you start heading around, or stalking around in here, seeing what you can find, and you've come to this this group of salesmen. They all seem like just boring, typical salesmen, except there's one in particular that you kind of catches your eye. You see a fire elemental standing there. He's like...
More fire.
Gurkis's fine wares. Please, come over here. I can tell you all about Gurkis and his fine wares.
They're so fine. All of those wares are fine. Gurkis's wares.
Oh my god.
He's so great.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
Let me tell you all about it. There's
Gurkis's wares.
And they're fine.
They are Gurkis's.
Crafted by Gurkis.
His wares.
I will approach this man.
Okay. This man is just fire that just...
This fireman.
He's like, yes, are you here to speak about Gurkis's fine wares?
Oh, another fire guy.
Well, yes, of course. I'm actually doing research on smithing.
Make deception check.
Why would you mess this up already?
This isn't messing anything up. That is a 12, good sir.
Oh yeah, perfect. Ask me any questions. I'll see what I can answer for you.
Great. Now, I have heard Just look back at Plonk and go. I have heard that there are many great metals to smith with.
Oh yes, especially in this guy. There's all kinds of stuff in here.
What would be Gurkis' specialty?
Gurkis can work with any materials, really.
Any materials.
He specializes in obsidian and mithril.
I elbow Plonk with like my little elbow, and I'm like, yo, that's his stuff.
Oh, good. We might have something like that.
What do you mean, like you have obsidian?
I did.
Or mithril?
I said we might have something like that.
Okay.
See, I don't know what it is, but but it looks like what you're talking about.
Who's holding? I'm still. Do I still?
It looks like what you're talking about. What does that mean?
She doesn't know. Am I still holding it?
Plonk has
The
no
way you
idea.
described it, I can see it in my
Wait,
head.
did you even see it in the first place?
No.
Oh, okay. So then I have still have my vest on. So then I'll maybe like I'm gonna do it's in the No, it's under the vest. So I'm gonna show Plonk so she can stop.
A piece of metal like this big
Yeah.
under your vest.
He's gonna be like the guys that are like, you want to buy a watch? And he's
Yeah.
he like just like kind of opens it up and it's like sitting there like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. I show her it a little bit so that way she can stop. She can actually tell him what it is.
Get a glimpse. It's this
Yeah, I'm giving you a glimpse.
very shiny, silvery piece of metal.
I have a very big.
Very big what? I'm a little unnerved to know what you're about to say.
I heard you laugh. Very big, shiny piece of metal.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you were going a completely different direction with that one. What do you got? Let me see it.
Sure.
I'm gonna look at Zoxa like yes, no, maybe. Like I'm gonna give you.
Just kind of like flash it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I guess I'll just take it out then.
Oh, may I? And he kind of holds out his fiery hand.
No.
I'm gonna hold it with all four of my hands and just move it close to him, but not let go of it.
It's about to get real warm. You might want to let that go for a sec.
He is made of fire.
Okay. Well, no. I'm gonna still, even though you said it's gonna get hot.
He ignites his hand and goes around it, which burns you. 6 points of fire damage. I told you to let it go, but now all the imperfections, like all the bits of rock that were still stuck to it and everything, have just kind of to the ground.
So does it look even more
It
dope?
looks beautiful. It's a solid piece of metal with no imperfections. It's like, if you're looking to sell, I'm sure Gurkis would be willing to give you a good price. This is a big chunk.
What is a good price?
I can't quote, I can't guarantee this price, but something like this, you're looking between 500 to 600 credits.
Easy!
Thank you very much, sir. Where exactly could we find Gurkis?
Well, Gurkis' shop is one level down, but usually he doesn't really work face-to-face with customers. That's my job.
Nobody sees the wizard.
And what is your name, fine sir?
Sorry. It's Ripley.
Ripley. Perfect.
Because believe it or not, he's gonna.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm dying because I have something in my eye.
Well, Mr. Ripley.
No, just Ripley.
Mr. Ripley's my father.
What?
Mr. Ripley's my father.
How exactly would selling this to Gurkis go?
You interested? Because I can make it happen right now. You ready?
It's a little fast.
Sure.
All right. You see him kind of reach behind him, he's just flame. So where this comes from, you have no idea. But there's like this circular contraption. It's got like 4 kind of curvature legs to it, and he puts it down on the ground, and he presses like a little button right in the center, and it just opens up into like this like force field around the edges. Like, okay, say that thing again.
Isn't he still holding it?
If he is.
Well, you burnt me.
Yeah, I would assume that
He'll lift it from
Tita,
your 4 hands.
I think Tita like dropped it as like
He puts it on this thing, and there's a little screen in front that starts to numbers start to appear on it. He's like, let's see here. Yeah. Garkus is willing to pay 550 credits for this piece of ore.
Oh, see. I don't think we'd be able to do anything less than 6.
So, that is your prerogative. You can take it back. And he hands it to you, which is very heavy.
Yeah,
so then Thrawn just falls to the ground.
I'm not taking it. I'm not.
Actually, you know what? You are correct. Mithril is very light, so it would not.
I'm also not taking it. You would have to hand it to Tita.
All right. Hands it back to you, Tita.
One moment, sir. Just motion for them to come over here. Why are we not taking it?
Yeah. Because we can't just jump on the first offer that we get.
We're not. We don't have time for this.
We're not shopping around.
We just need credits. There is more mithril in the cave. Wait, I'm sorry. Is there more mithril in the cave?
No, what do you mean? You said I only got like a little piece.
No, you got
the whole thing.
You got the vein of it.
Fine. Then there's none.
The whole, from what you saw as you were moving through, this was wiped out. Like it's been wiped out. That was only there because no one wanted to deal with that creature.
Oh, great, Alan.
There wasn't more mithril in the cave. Look, any other time you'd be right, but we have something to do. We need to sell this to get supplies.
Okay, fine.
He's just expectantly waiting.
So I'll turn back. Who has it now?
Me.
Yeah, Tita.
Okay.
I'm trying to hide it in the right bed.
I
think we will take the 550.
Eh?
I think we will take the 550.
Oh, wonderful. This is great news. Let me see?
I like hug it for a second. Scratch it a little bit under my pincers, and then I give it over.
Perfect. Puts it back in the thing. He's like, and I just need your credit chip.
What if I do not have a credit chip?
Oh, not a problem. If you head over that building, and he points to a very plain, square, white building that's kind of built into one of the walls. He's like, hey, you fill out some paperwork, you open up what they call like a chip account, and then, yeah, I can add the credits to it, no problem.
Perfect. We will be right back. I kind of look at her and
like he picks up the thing and hands it back to you.
Yeah.
I was like, either I'm staying with it or we're taking it back.
Oh no, we're taking it.
That was the option.
So we'll head over to the credit bureau.
Yeah.
The gang gets a credit
TM.
card. The gang can't use mom's credit card anymore.
And we are so deeply saddened. Not by your absence, but
no,
because
just
we don't
the credit
have
card.
Yeah. So, to the whoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you head inside that building.
Yes.
And there is an air genasi that is sitting at the front desk when you get there. She has like
somehow that seems appropriate.
A fluffy like cloud like hair that kind of just like poofs up into a little point. And she's wearing these like a dark blue kind of suit type situation with some type of blouse underneath, like a bright pink color.
Teacher just thinks everyone's hot. So.
And she kind of like looks up from whatever she's doing.
She's smoking.
No, that was Bernadette.
She looks up from what she's doing. She's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
I would like to open an account.
Very good, very good. Please have a seat. And she motions to a couple chairs that are nearby.
Sit down.
Very good, very good. And she will walk through the steps of gaining your information and whatever else.
Everything that Zoxa fills on any sheet, he also writes down in his journal to make sure that they're the same thing.
We don't
like,
have time for
Zoxa's
this.
your blah blah blah. Zoxa's yours. Making sure I know exactly what I'm writing.
This process would be much quicker if you just filled out the paperwork and did not do whatever you're doing in this book.
Zoxa, we don't have time.
Very well. Just fill out the paperwork.
And what would you like your first deposit to be?
Well, we don't have it as of yet, but we will have it momentarily.
Okay. It's going to be another one of those accounts. So she makes a note. And then she's like, well, give me one moment. And she takes like a little chip thing, sticks it into a machine, and you hear like... and
it's like the old school, like when you're logging onto the internet.
Pulls it out. And she's like, here you are, your credit chip.
Thank you.
And you look at it, and it has your name, Zoxa Zior, etched into it.
Hey, how come it was in your name?
Yeah, I cut it out.
If necessary, I can add additional users.
Okay, let's go!
We'll be back!
Somewhere, Minerva rolls her eyes.
Thanks,
Yeah.
bye!
We go back to the guy.
Okay, yeah.
We got the chip. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Put on the credits.
Oh yeah, perfect. All right, he puts it in, takes the thing back, and then as he puts it back in, it kind of flickers for a second, and then just you see it dematerialize into nothing. And
Like in the holder thing? Like you put it in the holder?
It just disappears into the holder. And then you see the chip
Wait, where'd it go?
To Garkus's shop.
A teleporter of some kind.
Where else do you think we'll be
We
going?
don't have time. Don't ignore him.
Alright, and you see the little chip kind of flash in the device, and then he pulls it out, and he's like, 550 credits. Hands it back.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Any more of that mithril, please? Bring it on by. I'm sure Gurkus would be delighted to get some.
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Yeah, sure. Great. Nice to meet you. Bye.
You too.
Let's go.
Alright, we'll reconvene a few clicks away. Maybe back by the stairs.
Okay, sure.
Alright. What supplies would we need?
Where are we going?
To save Minerva.
Yeah, do we even know what's over there?
Over where?
Where we're going to get Minerva.
No, of course not. We were just told where they are. We need to find them first.
So then how do we know what we need for supplies?
I would think you know what you would need to prepare for a battle.
I mean, come on, guys. You're talking to Pizza.
Oh, I will.
Maybe we should get like some sort of healing thing because we don't have anybody to heal.
As I stand there, battered and bloodied.
Yeah.
That was my thought.
Keep in mind, in Dungeons and Dragons, there's this thing called a short rest that you can take and utilize your hit dice to regain hit points.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The answer is always to get that.
The answer is always take a nap.
No? Like what?
Yeah, but we should need potions anyway.
Well, I mean, we are at the market.
So let's go try to find some potions.
Yes.
Snack.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
This
Isn't it
this
so
is why
nice to
this is
be
why the chip
Minerva
is
for
my
once?
name.
Minerva's just sitting back like.
She's like, finally, I can
Just
relax.
that much easier.
We don't have time.
I think that's going to be the name of the episode.
What?
We don't
have time!
How many potion things do we got?
Make a perception check.
How many? What do we have?
Potion things.
What the?
Potion
shops.
Oh, shops.
I thought it was rest day. Why are things open?
You are not on Isgard Prime.
This is true.
You are in the Davalier Marketplace.
This is true.
Nice.
But thank you for the help.
Of course.
You peer around. You don't see any shops per se, but you do see a small stand that has a few vials kind of stacked up on it.
No.
I mean, have we seen like the whole thing?
Yeah, you've circled.
So that's it. It's just the one little.
There's so many shops, like for you to remember specifics as you're going
I meant like,
through.
could we walk around and like just because there's only that little.
Remembering
thing in front of us-
specifics, huh?
Oh, Zaxa, you do remember seeing a potions shop.
So why did
I don't know. Why did you look for it? I know where it is.
You remember the exact location. And you can lead the party there if you'd like.
I would like to do that.
Sure.
there was a piece of a tree in my hair?
Oh my god.
A piece of a tree.
That makes sense.
Okay.
You
But
know,
we're in a mountain.
She's from the Feywild.
she always has tree in her hair. Honestly, goals.
Oh, a piece of tree.
A whole vine.
The whole time.
Okay. So you make your way over to the shop. It's quaint. It is made of that silvery metal with little specks of stone inside. There's glass windows that you can see inside, and it's very colorful inside this shop. There are tons of, you can see on the shelves, little vials of all different shapes, colors, sizes. Yeah, you can step inside if you'd like.
Perfect.
There is an interesting proprietor, something that none of you have ever really seen before. He is about 3 foot, 3.5 foot, something around there. He's got ashy gray skin and kind of like Einstein, but a little more crazy, just hair, like gray and white. One of those Fu Manchu mustaches that come way down into two little thin strands. And he's like, "Hey, welcome to Dwali's extraordinary elixirs and oils."
He's cute.
It's because he's the only person shorter than you.
He's cute.
And he grabs onto his little suspenders and he's like, "What can I find for you today?"
He has suspenders on.
Are you saying all this out loud?
Please be.
He's cute.
I like him.
We were looking for something with healing capabilities.
Oh yes, you're adventurers.
Sure.
One could say that.
Okay.
We definitely have been on some adventures.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. He's like, "Well, I do have a few potions for sale here." He's like, "One more." And he pulls out this wooden box with a little latch on it and kind of unhooks it and pops it open. He's like, "How powerful would you like these potions to be?"
Very
Obviously.
powerful.
Very powerful. Ah, very good. We have the
Well,
potion.
I mean, it's so weak.
We have the potion of greater healing. This would be costing you 150 credits. But, of course, we do have ones that are not as strong. These regular potion of healing would run you about 50 credits.
You should probably get more of the cheaper ones.
I mean, in a way, I do kind of agree. Because we can get more potions.
This is true. You can get 3 potions of healing for the price of 1 greater.
and we could use it on multiple different people instead of just one on one person.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said it.
This one over here, very smart.
Oh man, because like I said it, and she's getting all the credit. I take my little arm and I give her a little shove.
I'm like,
How many of each do you have?
I have 4 potions of healing and 2 graters.
We should probably get all 4 of the regulars.
I will take all 4 regulars and 1 greater.
Oh.
Big spender. Dolly likes. I will even give you a discount for such a large purchase.
love it.
So
That's what happens when you buy in bulk, people.
For the 4 regular potions, this will be 200 credits. Normally with the greater it would be 350, but I will give you deal 325.
Perfect. And I'll give him the chip.
He puts it in, you see the little flashes, and pulls it out.
Would you like to know your remaining balance?
Yes, please. Because I can't do math right now.
225, yes.
Exactly. Thank you.
225, Saksa.
Says like the dumbest one of the
Yeah.
group.
I know how to do math because I buy drugs. So,
So true.
Can I interest you in anything else while you're here? Look at my wares.
And he kind of like waves his hand around. You can see like tons of little vials on all these shelves. There's different herbs that are hanging from the ceiling. All
So
kinds of
many
stuff.
wares.
yes.
So many words.
Just everywhere.
Wait, so your whole the purchase is complete now.
I have the potions.
Should you be holding all of them?
We will divide them up later.
I knew that ship was very expensive. I knew it.
What ship are you
What
talking
is
about?
When we were on the ship and we had all of those things, and I was like, healing regular, how much is that gonna be?
Oh, the
He
ship
said,
shop.
The ship shop. He said $53.99. I knew it was expensive. And then the greater healing was $154.99.
That's incorrect. It was $154.49.
Oh.
Well, I have 99.
Look at these bad
Still
notes.
more.
You know why it was 99 for you? Because he raised it for you. Because he hated you.
Klavikov.
Oh my god, guys. Alright.
Do you have any charming potions?
Potions of charming. This is quite rare. Let me check my wares.
He kind of disappears for a second. Comes back.
In fact, I do, just for you.
And he holds up a small potion with like a pink liquid that kind of sloshes around when he shakes it.
This is at 45 credits.
See, I knew it. On the ship, it was 50.
I don't know why you're surprised. He seemed like he would jack up his prices.
It's the convenience of flying to you.
That's right, yeah.
I want to try to persuade them to drop the price a little bit.
He just gave you a deal on the other.
No, I know, and I'm gonna say because we bought so many others, and I know you did give a very generous deal with those.
Yes, I did.
Would you be willing to drop 5 credits?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, she's so cute.
Please, come on. Oh, okay.
I kind of want it to go bad, but I don't. Because if it went bad, it'd just be funny at this point.
16.
16.
For you, my dear, absolutely.
So are you purchasing the...
So it's 40. I look at Zoxa.
For 40 credits, we'll take it.
Very good. And he hands it to you. A small vial.
I think it was both hands. Minerva can feel the pain right now. I look at Zoxa. I didn't get you anything. I'm kidding.
Have you looked for anything?
I mean, I don't really need anything, so whatever.
I think that's it. Oh, let me.
Ooh.
Yes,
Look
I
at the
marked
notes
down that you
you
have
have.
that.
Oh yeah.
Very well. Can I assist you with anything else? Any additional purchases?
Do you have anything to improve upon one's defensive capabilities?
Of course. It's a potion of shielding. Could be very useful. And what it does, for roughly a minute, once you drink it, you gain an additional bonus to your defense.
How much?
In layman's terms,
Thank you.
I was gonna say
for the
English.
next minute after drinking it, you gain a +1 to your armor class. And it's like a magical force that just appears around you.
Yeah, that's not really gonna help me much.
The price is not too expensive, just 25 credits.
It's a little expensive.
That's all right. I don't think we'll be needing that.
Very well. I will be here for a couple more hours, then we close for the evening. I will be back in the morning.
I do have a question for you.
Of course, dear.
Do you know anything that I can do with unicorn blood? Or anything that unicorn blood, its properties have?
Well, unicorn blood is quite rare. I might be interested in picking that up off of you if you don't mind.
Okay,
May I see how much you have?
I hold up the vial.
Okay. He holds out his hand, kind of shakes it.
Well, I can see the essence of magic in there. Quite interesting. I would be willing to give you 100 credits for this.
It's yours.
I mean, we can't do anything. It's really up to you.
What about half? Would you
Half
take
of the vial?
half of it?
This is such a small amount. I wouldn't be able to do much with half. I'll tell you what. 115.
15?
115, yes.
Okay.
Very well. And he will take the chip. He says, do you have a chip or should I put it on the same one?
Just put it on that one.
Very good.
He takes
So
it.
sad.
Yes, and 115 credits are added, and the unicorn blood can be removed from your inventory. He hands a chip back to you, Zaxa.
Thank you, sir.
It's been my pleasure. Please, anytime, come back and see me.
We'll head out.
I'm very noticeably sad that I had to sell my unicorn blood.
You didn't have to.
I know, but
I'm gonna put my little arm around Plonk.
You made Diwali very happy. We'll just say that. Alright, so you exit Diwali's elixirs. Extraordinary oils and elixirs, my apologies. And yeah, so you're back into the main thoroughfare.
How much does the greater potion heal?
It is 4d4 plus 4.
Cool.
Regular is 2d4 plus 2.
I'm going to give Tita the greater.
Okay.
As he has the most health. So that would be the most helpful for him. I'm also going to give both of them one of the regulars each.
Okay.
okay.
And I'll keep 2 for myself.
Alright.
And the regulars 2d4 plus 2?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I was not paying attention when you said the other one.
The greater is 44 plus 4.
Oh.
What was the regular? Sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
It's so.
I really want to ask you again, but I'm not.
One more time.
One more time.
Wait, the regulars were the
Those are 15d6 times 12.
Okay. Now I'm not asking again. It has to be that. I've locked you in.
Alright, so what's the next step in your very interesting plan of nothingness so far?
Yeah.
Literally.
Of preparation.
Yeah.
We now have 300 credits and 6 potions that we didn't have earlier.
He's getting real fresh, but he took our mom away. I think we're doing pretty good.
They took mom away.
I mean, they did.
It's okay, Dad slipped right in. Like, how come I didn't get anything?
You're gonna have to be the one to deal with that.
Do we know where
I
we're
already
going?
am. So, lead them back to the top of the stairs where apparently is our discussion point.
We can't talk unless it's at the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, also, I do want to...
Mute, like, until we get it. Like, oh, we're
Is there
starting to
anybody
talk now.
like? Is there anybody like walking around us?
I know.
Yeah, there's a
market.
good amount of people.
Oh, I assume so.
You see a lot of Azers, which were from one of your first encounters. Every once in a while you see a fire giant, but they're a lot more rare. They stand about 20 feet tall, roughly. Other than that, you see a bunch of different genasi. You really, and a few tritons, but you don't really see too many ASMR, as they are from Isgard Prime and are probably sleeping on rest day.
Okay. I wanna go to like the closest like trident to us because I guess I'm familiar.
Triton.
Triton.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. It's okay. I just
he's holding a trident. She wants to get close to the trident.
Yeah.
Triton, whatever. I want to go to them and ask them, say, the docks are this way, right? So it seems like I know what I'm talking about, but like I really don't.
You'd have to leave Nidavellir, go back to Isgard Prime, and then head all the way down the mountain.
Right.
You're like, that's this way, right?
Okay, and I just walk away. right, yeah, okay. So I'll go to them and be like, we gotta go back to where we came from, Isgard, the big place, and go all the way down to the docks. Haven't you been there?
Yes.
Alright, well, lead the way.
Well, let's go.
Okay. We didn't want to discuss what we were going to do first?
May I also just ask why you're going to the docks?
Why we're going to the docks? Of the 3 options, that seems the safest.
Well, there's no docks as an option.
The docks, the loading area where they park the ships.
The ship area.
So when Bernadette explained that to you, I'll try to clarify. They don't park on any of like the floating islandy things or near the water. They have a hidden like opening that they park their ship in.
Right.
Alright.
I would assume where the rest of the ships are would be a good place to start looking for anywhere else that might harbor ships. Maybe someone there has seen other ships going into odd places.
Okay. So the all of the ships dock on the floating islands, so you would have to take one of the skiffs. Besides that one.
Apparently not all of them.
You have to take one of the skiffs, which Plunk loves, to get over to one of them. Are you heading to the one that your ship's on, or are you heading to a different one?
Yeah, are we going?
We're most familiar with the one that our ship's on, so
yeah.
I would assume we would go there first.
Yep.
This is why I wanted to come to the stairs and discuss this again.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Can't we talk like while we're going?
Yeah, like en route.
I didn't want to just start walking and for you guys to be like, wait, where are we going? And then like discuss it in front of everyone.
Oh.
So I figured this would be a good place to start discussing.
I'm gonna go up the stairs.
Okay, so you're gonna start walking and discussing.
Yes.
So you would head out to... Now, as you leave Nidavellir Marketplace and you pass under the ivy that was hanging from the entrance, You step outside, and it's almost as if the town or the city or the mountain itself is abandoned, besides the few Triton that are going around picking up trash, and they're using their tridents to pick up, kind of like a poke stick, to pick up the trash.
Despicable.
What is this, like SpongeBob community service?
But yeah, you don't see any ASMR, which is the major population here. They must all be sleeping at this point. But yeah, you can start making your way down the mountain and continue discussing while you walk, by all means.
It's on the same level as Gurkus' shop.
Correct. So from the Davalier Marketplace, you would have gone down one level to Gurkus' shop area. So you're looking, maybe 40 to 50 feet below where you are currently.
Okay.
Somewhere around the mountain is a hidden entrance.
Great.
The silent Priya.
The silent me. I mean, if you cut back to me, I know I'm going to try to talk to people.
Alright, well,
yeah, why don't we do
why
that for a bit? She's been quiet for a bit.
No, I mean, like, if that wasn't your plan, you do not have
I mean,
to.
That's perfectly fine. If you have things you want to talk about with them or whatever, absolutely.
We're on a planet that we've never been to. Trying to find someone who we
don't know where they are.
We don't know where they are, and we have no idea about anything. So
I'm excited.
It's great.
I got my notes right here. I got some ideas.
I mean, I got notes on if I got ideas.
I'm the ideas guy. Sorry.
I have fire guy. Shadows love him.
That's your
him. It's not even a guy.
Madam Fairchild said he when she was talking about the Genocida. I swear.
Maybe.
Oh, Bernadette?
Yeah.
Roll it back. Let's check.
It's definitely possible. I'm not infallible. As much as I'd like to think that I am.
This would not be the first time that I've remembered something.
Well, that's right. The coffee shop incident, Cooper.
That's just Cooper, though.
Him and his stupid duster.
I actually have the keen mind feat. No.
In real life.
So, if you all want to take a quick breather of deciding what you want to do, Minerva, we come back to you. And you can see those two figures that I described before. The one, they're again all clad in all black, just sitting. One is sitting cross-legged on the floor reading a book, and one of them is sitting at a table on a chair with the lever. And you can see that this person might be trying to interrogate the Amber, but from where you are, you can't hear it. He's kind of speaking in a little hushed whispers to try to get information. And every once in a while, if the cage gets too close to the magma, you can hear her kind of scream out in pain.
Does she see me at all, or?
You are in a dark, shadowy corner.
This is true.
Oh yeah, she would actually. She's kind of like slumped down in this cage, and she's kind of like almost like her will to live has just been sapped from her, and she's just kind of like face against the cage, kind of just like barely moving. Every once in a while, she looks and she catches a glimpse of you, and she's like, and you can see her face is like excited to see you, that at the same time like, oh, you got yourself caught here too. Oh. She doesn't say anything. She just kind of makes that eye contact, and then her head just kind of hits the metal again.
Yeah, and like Minerva just keeps the eye contact, but she's nothing she can really say.
Yeah, and while you're watching them, you start to hear heavy footfalls, and you see number one, his head begin to come up from the edge of where it drops off. Just kind of as if he's climbing some type of stairs, makes his way up and just kind of looks around. Are you making any progress with this one? He kind of points off to Diambra and number 3. Yeah, one of them kind of turns and he's like, "This one it's kind of kept her mouth shut this whole time. I don't know. I'm trying, boss, but." She ain't saying anything.
Can I hear them?
Yep.
Talking? Oh. What do you need her for, anyway?
It's none of your business, 6.
Well, I'm just saying, that's not exactly how you get information from someone.
Oh yeah? And how would you go about it?
Let me talk to her.
Kind of walks over to where you are, and he is towering over this small cage that you're stuck in.
What? I know her. Use that to your advantage.
If I let you free, you might turn on us.
If I was going to fight you, don't you think I would have done that by now? I surrendered willingly.
That's fair. I think you're smart enough to know you're outmatched.
Maybe.
Well, go ahead. Talk to her.
Are you going to let me out?
Nope.
Well, then she's not going to respond the way you want her to. She's in pain. She's not going to say anything honestly or coherently.
You see the guy pull the lever down, and it's getting closer to the lava at the moment.
So what? If she doesn't give you the answers, you're just going to kill her?
Not really my plan.
Well, whoever plan it is, it's stupid.
Listen, someone tells me they have a job for us. We get paid, we do the job. We're doing the job.
And the job is getting information.
A little bit.
So again, if she's not responding to what you're doing now, try something different. Have a different person talk to her.
Funny that you're saying that, since you haven't been here since we began this interrogation. This is the 3rd tactic we've tried.
Well, maybe I'm just better at thinking of ideas than you have been.
Were they all torture
When he
based?
says that, you see his gauntleted fist just on top of the cage, and it kind of like bows a couple of the bars a bit.
He's like, you're walking on thin ice, 6.
I already have been.
1. Yeah.
And he begins to turn back toward his other allies on the other side. And he's like,
what do you two think?
And the one that's at the table's like, you know, she hasn't spilled the beans yet, so might as well try it. And the one with the book just kind of glances back and shrugs their shoulders and goes back to reading. So he's like,
Ooh.
He comes over, he grabs the top of the cage, and with just sheer strength just lifts it, and you can see there were pins that were connecting it to the rock below. This off. He just tosses it to the side. He's like,
go ahead. Try anything tricky. We'll push you right into that lava.
Okay, well, are you going to let her out too?
You're trying to really even the odds, huh?
If discomfort won't make her talk, don't you think comfort would be a little bit more logical? If what you're doing isn't working, try something different. 18 plus 2.
I liked that roll with authority.
Yeah. She was very like,
try something different.
She was like, in your face, 1.
He says, very well. And he waves his hand for the one at the lever to raise it up all the way. And it starts to increase. And then he goes over to the edge where it drops off. You see him kind of do a little wave with his fingers. And the caster that had cast a spell at Zoxa in the caves earlier makes her way up as well. And she kind of stands nearby, and you see her with her hands ready to cast at the two of you if need be.
Can I still say something to 1, or has he like gone somewhere else?
He's probably within 20 feet of you.
Okay, so before I like go walk over to the Umbra,
well, that's where he's heading over there now to grab the cage and pull it.
Oh, okay,
Because it's still hanging, it's just really high up.
Okay.
So yeah, he goes over, he grabs the cage with one hand, and just as the chain releases, he kind of pulls it off to the side. He's like,
I'm not unlocking it, but she's not over the fire.
Thank you.
They all kind of step back a bit, leaving you to do your thing, but not back enough that you'd be able to escape easily.
One more thing. 1, or maybe 2 more things. Do you need her for anything else aside from information? Like, what was your plan once you got it?
My plan was to give her to my employer. What they do with her, not my problem.
Well, if I can get the information from her, and I'm gonna help you find 4, I think you should let her go. It sounds like you don't need her for anything, and you need me for something, and I'm going to do this service for you.
So you want me to break contract with my employer? Which is something I have never done before.
I find it hard to believe, with all of your confidence, that it wouldn't be a problem you couldn't handle. You're saying that this man is more threatening than you?
Not more threatening than me.
All the other prisoners in the cage is like, oh!
All of the dead prisoners, they just all come up.
The skeletons.
You're saying...
So you're asking me to tarnish my reputation, is what you're asking.
It just seems you are intimidated by this person, and that's not something I would have guessed from you.
I'm intimidated by no one.
Then why not just let her go? What could possibly happen to you?
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, she is working, dude.
If our reputation is tarnished, people will not have confidence in us and will not ask us to do jobs. Is the logic work in your mind?
Understood. I'm gonna go over to Diamba.
Okay. And you see her, she's not wearing any armor, she's just got like the basic clubbing clothes that she had on. And she's just slumped down, kind of laying on part of one of her legs and kind of like slumped against the cage. And as you approach, she's like, Why did you come?
Well, we need money, but and like she says it with like a joking tone. But
she, like, one hand comes out of the cage and rests on your knee, and she's like,
There are better ways to make money.
well, the other thing is, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I did not try.
She kind of. That's fair.
Stupid, stupid fool.
So now she's kind of whispering to you because everyone has kind of backed off a bit.
Yeah.
And she's like, so do you have a plan to get us out of here?
Well, I was hoping that was something we could think of together, but what do they need from you exactly?
They keep asking me about Sadkiel. I don't really, like I told you, I don't really have much information, but they think that I do.
You haven't even investigated him yet, though. But they don't.
Really?
But they don't believe that.
The only person that I started to look into before this all happened was Gurkus. I have mentioned that to you before.
Yeah. Alright. Would they be able to tell if you were lying? If you said something untrue about Sadkiel?
I don't know. I can try. I just don't know how well that will go over.
Okay. I mean, I could always make up something to tell them that you genuinely don't know anything. I could lie about something, and at least maybe then you could be free, but I don't know. If you can get out of this cage, it might be up to you to try and escape.
She kind of like looks around. She's like, the only place I see that I can leave from is there. And she points far across this cavern to a small, maybe like 8-foot round entrance.
Alright.
She's like, possibly there.
Okay.
But I don't know of any other way out of here.
Alright. Another option, I make them trust me again, since they seem to know me. I'm allowed to walk outside my cage. and I find another way out. But that would require you to still be here, so you might have to not say anything, and I might have to not say anything, because if I do tell them a lie, they'll probably just let you go and put you somewhere else.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, we sure are in a situation.
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll jump back to the others.
Damn, I was having fun.
Alright, so the three of you, you've started to make your way to the flying island port.
Yes.
So I would say that it doesn't take you too long, maybe 15 minutes to make your way down to a point where you can kind of wave to a skiff. There are very few vehicles whipping around today. There like you wait for a bit for it to flag one down, and eventually one comes and there's a Triton flying it. Not the same female Triton, but a different one. And she zooms right up. She's like, "What? Three of you?
Actually, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Is there anywhere you can think of that would house a ship aside from one of these platforms?
Oh, you mean the floating islands? No, not that I know of. All ships are meant to be docked on the islands.
Is that always the case, though?
As far as I know.
Would there be anyone who might know otherwise?
You're more than welcome to ask around. There are many skiff drivers. Maybe another. We circle the mountain. Do you mean like landing on Muspelheim, or?
I have heard that there has been a ship sighted flying somewhere into the mountain.
Into Nadavalier?
Yes.
That is there are no words for that. I have never seen such a thing before. It's not impossible, I suppose.
Can I roll insight?
Absolutely.
That is a natural 20.
Yes! I can tell you with utmost certainty that she is unaware of any ships that would be docking on Isgard Prime.
So happy.
Sorry, she doesn't know.
I heard the stuttering. I wasn't sure if it was like...
Yeah.
Maybe. Very well, thank you.
My pleasure. Can I take you anywhere? It's a credit apiece for the ride.
Yes, to our ship, please. Gun 792. 792?
792.
You see her pull out like a clipboard. Kind of scans. Oh, of course. Please, jump aboard.
I actually jump.
I'm going to be in the middle, hanging on to Tita's leg. I'm sitting on.
So if you want to mark off those 3 credits, you immediately rocket off. You don't have to avoid a ton of other skiffs like you did the first time, because there aren't very many out and about. And within a matter of 30 seconds to a minute, you arrive at your destination, and the skiff lands down. It's like, your destination is here, your ship is in Bay 3. She kind of points off to an area.
We get off, and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever get used to that.
And as soon as the 3 of you have, whoever's last, probably you, as you're kind of like crawling, as soon as like your last foot steps off, gone.
I hate it.
I hate all of it.
I hate it.
So bad. So yeah, you can head over, and you can, from where you are, you can see your ship where it's docked.
Okay. We'll head over. I want to find Kubrick.
Sure.
Kubrick!
The main stairwell, the stairgate or whatever to get into your ship is open. There is no sign of Bernadette quite yet. But yeah, the ship is yours.
Is Kubrick on the ship?
Yeah, you can go in.
I will go.
Yeah, he's actually when you go aboard, it takes you a while to find him, but he's actually in the bathroom with the repair guy, and the guy's like, I don't understand how did this break like this? It's so bad. And he's like trying to like reattach the. He's like,
so bad.
Someone too big getting here? I don't understand how this thing broke. It's just.
Have nothing to do with my size. I'll have you know.
This video just got demonetized on YouTube.
So Kubrick is standing there. He's just kind of got his hand like.
Oh God, whatever, shut up.
And then yeah, you come into the doorway.
Kubrick.
Hey, what are you doing here, Zaxa?
We have a problem.
Of course you do. What's up?
Sorry, it's never good news.
Clearly, never good news.
I want to take him away from the repair.
Okay, yeah, good call.
So, just look at
You
him.
go right across the hall to one of the bedrooms if you want.
Yeah. Pull him in there, and like you guys can come too if you want. I'm not trying to like not.
Keep in mind the bedrooms are very small, so if all four of you are going in there, you're pretty much going to be on top of each other. It's like walking into a closet with four people, and you're all like face to face, like pretty much touching. Like, all right.
Hello.
Kubrick, I have good news and bad news.
Oh my God.
Let's go with the good first.
We got money.
We got some money.
Oh, well, that's great news.
Yes. It comes with. It's only good relative to the bad news.
All right.
Like, we gotta
sorry. Hold on.
Like,
I'm Kubrick.
oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Where's the duster?
I know. I need to get myself a duster. He's like, all right. So what's the bad news then? And where's Minerva?
Yeah, that's the
And
bad news.
so we get to the bad news. Minerva has been taken.
The same group?
By the same group.
Gee, what? By the gods, what? Where were you?
I mean, right
We were there. She saved us by sacrificing herself.
Yeah, what were we supposed to do?
All right, and he's like, well, I'm gonna have to go get my rapier. Where are we going? How
We have a
Like
lead.
there was this guy, and he, and I'm like just stammering,
Oh,
trying
please
to.
go through it. I would love to hear what you're about to
There
say.
was this guy, and he had a knife to Zax's throat, and Minerva saved us.
Yeah, before she got taken.
She went with them. I tried to hit them with my and it didn't work.
I'm sorry, with your... What is
With my
that?
Pass it on,
understand. What is
Cooper.
that?
I don't know what it is, but it's
Gotcha.
the thing. Yeah. I don't know.
All right, how much money did you make?
So much. You're welcome.
And by so much,
We have just under 300 credits.
that is good news. Because with that and what I have, we can pay off all the repairs of the ship.
He's not even mad that we bought stuff.
You bought stuff?
I had not told him yet that we bought stuff.
I mean, it's Tita, guys.
Yeah, Minerva would
we
have
bought
been so
potions
mad.
that will assist in rescuing Minerva.
Good purchase. Good purchase.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, luckily, the last thing being fixed is the bathroom right now, which we don't need to have fixed. So, up to you, but maybe we pay this guy, get him off our ship so we're no longer, held to the ground so we could leave when we need to.
I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
I also think we can use the ship to find Minerva.
That's a good idea as well. I can do like a circle around, see if we can,
Whoa. We're gonna wait for Bernadette.
Who's Bernadette?
Yeah.
Yeah?
We part of
My eyebrows are like.
Who's Bernadette?
part of our deal.
Yeah.
Part of our deal of rescuing Minerva.
Huh?
We must give passage to
This hottie.
Bernadette. Someone who gave us information.
This
Oh.
hottie.
This hottie.
This literal hottie.
Actual hottie.
So you tell me what you want me to do. I can stay here. I can fly around the mountain. It's really up to you.
We have heard. I tell him about what we discussed. That we can go down the 3 ways to get into the place. We can go down the staircase. We can go through the house of Gurkus, which is just a gross sounding name, or we can find the illusionary dock.
Why is it gross? It sounds
Around
like
the
gherkins.
I mean, it's no Hicariah Merc. thing.
Isn't
That is for Frelsher.
Isn't that who we sold the thing to?
Yeah.
No, his associate.
Well, it was his associate, but it was to him, yes.
Gurkus, yeah.
Yeah.
Mithril.
Why?
Because I'm now thinking about how we could have used that as a way to get inside the house.
Yes, and I will agree with you there. However, that if we went in the house, and if it's Gurkus' shop that leads there, he might also be working for them, and might tell them that we're coming.
We did not purchase.
So I believe the dock, which has an illusion, might be the safest way to go.
Okay.
You're like, alright, I was just thinking.
But that was our second option. Because the staircase was not an option.
Cooper says, so this dock you're talking about, you said it's illusory?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's clever. Yeah. We can do a once around and see if we can see it. If you want, we can wait for this Bernadette first, and then how long is she gonna be?
I don't know.
We are unaware. How long did we start?
I know, how long has it even been?
Yeah.
Since talking to her last,
Yeah.
you talked to the fire guy, you went to the shop, you walked all the way down. It's probably been a couple hours.
She had to go pack her things, though. We have no idea where she went to do that. And then also she has to do the same walk that we did.
Right. All right. So
we could have easily beat her.
So all right. So how about this? How about I pay off this guy, get him off our ship. Then we do a quick once around and come back, and hopefully she's either here or almost here at that point.
What?
Yeah.
But what if she shows up while we're gone?
Then she can wait until we're back.
But she...
We can.
If
We
it makes
can
you
tell.
feel better, you can just stay here while we do a quick once around.
Cooper knows what's up.
He's pondering. How long would that actually take for the circle ring?
Yeah, it'd probably take about. It's a pretty big mountain. Maybe half hour to really, if we're really searching.
I will wait for her.
Yeah. All right. Let me go pay this guy. Make yourselves at home. Yeah. Let's go get Minerva back.
I'm going directly into the kitchen to get food.
All right. So as you go to head to get food, and he starts to head back to the bathroom to get this guy out of the ship, and that's where we're going to end for the evening, as it is now 10 o'clock. Whew.
I have a
So
question.
thank you so much for watching and then tuning in this evening. We'll be back at 7 p.m. And don't forget, on Sunday, we will be playing Clue at 6 p.m. It should be a lot of fun. Clue is obviously going to be hosted by myself and Lauren. This time Priya will be playing, as well as Kayla and Christina. And then someone who's not part of the stream, a friend of ours named Brittany, will also be joining. Mike's not going to be playing. He hates that game. So
I truly do.
But yeah, so definitely tune in on
But it's
Sunday.
a great game. You should play.
Which we will.
I have like a housekeeping question, or maybe it's not housekeeping. I don't know. Do you want me to play next week? Because I can just keep doing some RP, like, stuff if you need me to stay in the same place. But...
Oh, I have some plans for you for next week, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared now, but alright.
That's the spirit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's like to play with
So yeah,
Aaron.
you'll be here next week.
Cool.
But I know that you're leaving us for 2 weeks after that,
Yeah. I
so...
was gonna say, for people that don't know, I am going back to college and I'm moving into a new place, so I'm gonna be taking a 2-week break after next week.
She'll be joining us via the internet after that. So
The interwebs.
the
he said.
interwebs. So again, thank you so much for watching. We'll be here next week as well. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.